Y'all media supports everything that is being said by the Savage section. You know how they be like, yo, we don't double that message. You know what I'm saying? When they be like, we don't sponsor that message. We sponsor all those messages, bro. Anything the Savage section says, bro. Right with me, bro. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, podcast, your boy E on I-95. I'm shaped like a wrestling chair.
Yeah, this bro from Connecticut, bro. This nigga crazy with them shits, right?
Yeah, you see how I try to keep the straight face with the camera the whole time, bro? Like,
this nigga shaped like all type of shit.
Every week I'm shaped like something different, bro. Every week.
Anyway, this week we got a motherfucking, man, I don't even know how to intro. This nigga's a legend. As far as from the town, y'all know what town I come from. You know what I'm saying? Follow the state of Connecticut, follow the hip-hop game around here in the tri-state. You know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to this nigga and his friends make music on the radio, and I knew it was possible. Because it's some real shit. Keep it fucking funky, my nigga. Not a lot of niggas got played on the radio out here, especially niggas from the town. And I'm talking about, I was like 10, nigga, 11.
I was like the 90s.
And it still ain't a lot of niggas from the town on the radio. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about FDC, Riot Regime. You probably sold you a DVD. You probably seen his movie. You probably seen his music,
what
his
else?
videos.
What
you
else?
seen his DJ at your favorite fucking event.
there's a long ass list,
Had
too,
bitches go crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's motherfucking DJ Bink.
Every
Yeah,
camera's
he's right here, man. You lit.
Every camera's
You
on
lit.
me.
You lit.
They all on you, man.
What's good?
It's a pleasure to have you. I appreciate just the presence. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hey,
real
it's
shit.
an honor for me to be here, man.
You know, I've run across you a million times in my life, right? We don't get a couple of times, but I seen you. You didn't realize I seen you. I was a young nigga. But you know what I'm saying? We go.
What you mean?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you one story in a second, but we're gonna get it started right here, right? So, you, as far as hip hop, DJing, anything, what was the first discipline in the culture?
The first discipline?
Yeah, out of DJing, hip hop, and you do so many things. That's why I didn't even know where to start. I gotta ask you which one got you first? The DJing, rapping, producing?
Probably rapping, because I played with rapping before I actually touched a turntable.
Right.
So I probably will say rapping.
How old was you when you started?
Damn, I'm pushing 50 now. I was probably
Age drop,
maybe
yeah.
18, 19.
19. What?
18, 19.
Fresh out of school, shit like that. What kind of music?
It was really like, I was in high school. I graduated when I was 18, so it was like around my last year of high school.
Okay.
I think that was 92.
And this was like hobby style like music, or was you like taking it serious, like you go like I'm about to be a rapper, this is what I want to do?
Nah, I mean, I always liked hip hop. I grew up break dancing and drawing graffiti and just being a thing of the culture. You know what I'm saying? But rapping, I kind of like fell in love with rapping probably 92. I always loved rap, but actually trying to play with my voice and shit, because I had a dude that was next to me that was a monster. He was my age. And to me, that was unbelievable, because all the rappers was older niggas older than me. So I knew this kid that he been rapping since we was in middle school. And he always was amazing to me. He always was rap better than the famous motherfuckers and shit. But so he was like the illest nigga. He was the incredible one to me. Fuck all the celebrities.
Who was that?
Frank Diddy.
Frank Diddy.
Frank Diddy was the incredible one.
Legend.
To me.
And he's who kind of pushed.
That's who first pushed me to rap.
Enforcer.
Because I used to play around. Because he used to always be rapping. I'm just a thing of the culture. I love the culture. And I'm around this shit. And then Frank Diddy be rapping. And we was next to each other all the time.
Frank Diddy used to freestyle his ass off.
Freestyle and write rhymes, write stories and all that shit. Under pressure in Cheshire, it was getting no better. I had a shape named Frank. He used to be going sick back when he was little, going crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? I remember that rhyme. I remember the rhyme where said, what the fuck the line that shit used to go? I forgot, but the shit was crazy. But anyway, he used to kind of like coach me on to rap. Cause I used to be like hyping him up and shit, and then I just be playing around saying my little shit, go, yo, you wanted something, you should try it, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then I just started trying it, and motherfuckers was feeling me. I was like, oh shit, niggas feeling me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I already was doing different shit in '92. I was a different nigga. I was lit in a different way. And then another nigga next to me was DJing, and I was like, let me get on, let me touch that shit. That was in '92 too. It was around the same time, maybe like 4 or 5 months after I was rapping.
Who's that DJ?
This nigga named Dat. I've been around seeing niggas like Rainbow. I've been seeing niggas doing this shit, but I ain't never get technical, fuck with no shit. You know what I'm saying? I never really said, yo, let me touch it. Like, but my nigga that was down with me, that we used to always, you know what I'm saying, doing other shit with, and he had a set, and you know, we go to his crib, drink some beers and shit. Yeah. He over there doing that shit. Let me try that shit. And shit. A week later, I went and bought my own shit. Right. And it was.
And this is like actual, like
92.
All this isn't like laptops like now, like.
Now laptops. That wasn't
this when you had like 6 young niggas carrying your crates of records.
You had to get crates of records. You had to have your shit together.
Frank Nitty came with me to New York when I bought my first turntables. Him and my boy we took the train up to Canal Street. We took the train right off of Grand Central, caught the subway, went to Canal Street. Bought me 2 motherfucking turntables, a Gemini mixer. I already had some speakers at the crib. I got home, I hooked this shit up. Shit, that was my hobby. Everybody else was playing Nintendo and all that shit. Fucking PlayStation wasn't out there. Niggas was playing the fucking maybe second. Yeah, like Nintendos and shit like that. I think was going out back then.
I know the 64 came out way after that.
The computer shit wasn't even thought about like back then.
See, this is why I had to this thing is important. Because this nigga will teach you the history. Because, you know, you just can't hear you like, you know, Connecticut, no. The original Connecticut niggas, them niggas was taking the train going to New York all the time. Like, niggas used to want to go on the train. Niggas would disappear and be like, yo, them niggas in New York. Like, because we right on the New Haven line, like we 45 minutes or an hour or whatever. I think it's 2 hours.
New York New York is my home too.
Yeah.
New York is my home. New York been good to me.
I see you.
New York always been good to me. I swing out. I go to
NYC.
I go to the Bronx. I go to Brooklyn. They fucks with me in New York. That's my home too.
Follow your social media. I see you fuck with some Brooklyn niggas.
That's my home. That's my home too.
Like, I
ain't born there, but I pull up on the block right now. Oh, what up? It's home. It's like you can pull up in the barbershop here and start kicking the Willy Bobo with motherfuckers and shit. The same shit is home.
So, yo, you said 92, right? So I'm going to ask you this question. It's a New Haven question. How important was Steezo to the town?
In 92?
Back in the day, period.
92, in 92, they wasn't really fucking with him in Connecticut.
Why not? Why happened?
I don't really want. I ain't gonna talk bad about the niggas. But he had through his career, he had his trans. Just like any other people, they have their transitions from, you know, shit goes up and down. At that time, Steve was an icon. After '92, he did some shit and was right back. Like, but you know, niggas. In '92,
take his shit.
92, they wasn't really thinking about it. Steezel, they was fucking with Steezel hard body in the 80s. Hard body. When he had that shit going with his beefing with EPMD, they was fucking with him hard body. Then started getting a little. One time, he told me what happened was the label that he was with, kind of like gave him an ultimatum. Sort of like, well, yo, Connecticut's a small market. You know, this is where we moving our shit. Whoa. I get it. Nowadays, I get it. You understand what I'm saying? Back then, a motherfucker go, that nigga sold out, whatever. But when you look at the hustle, it ain't really like back then. If that's what the people that selling his records that have to move them, they got to formula the best way they can move them to make their money. So I'm not even gonna call the label a maggot motherfucker. The label's a motherfucker that they spend money on you. Now they gotta figure out how to sell you. If they're already moving in New York City and Brooklyn, Harlem, Queens, that's where their biggest market at, and they know you can fit right in with the niggas, to the label is a no-brainer. You want these fans, they ain't trying to hear that shit you talking about over there. You gotta rep this shit over here, they gonna spend money with us. I get it. So he went through an ultimatum where he kinda had to say some Brooklyn shit, whoa, and some people in the state didn't like that. So he was at 92. He was coming up out of the backlash of he trying to say he from New York, but he from Connecticut. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. He didn't never really say he was from New York. He claimed New York in a sentence one time. But he don't claim New York. But you know how it is. It's like Facebook nowadays. Facebook take you nowadays, and you make a little boo-boo. Shit, next thing you know, the motherfuckers go, that nigga ain't shit. Whoa, and then you gotta wait, till that shit die down, and then you come back out like you never left. Yo, yeah. That was.
You gotta take this like a champ.
Right now.
But that's the original, like, word used to get around fast back in the day too. In
the streets, no, back then it was a little different, a little worse, because it was the chicken circuit, word of mouth.
Yeah. So
here on the internet, anybody can just be home, but when motherfuckers be outside, going to they listen to the barbershop, they talk to the barbershop, they go buy the Source magazine, they read that shit in the Source magazine, they listen to Ed Lover and Dr. Dre in the morning show, they talking about the shit, and then that's how the word got out back then. Paper flyers, magazines, it wasn't no internet then, like. So, but when a bad or good word sticks on you, it gets a run, whether it's good or bad. If you come out and you saying your shit is banging, by the time that shit got in North Carolina, it might be a year from now. It was slower. They didn't have the internet. You know what I'm saying? So you come out with It's My Turn, and this year they just now catching that shit in North Carolina and Cali 8 months later. So that good word travels good, bad word travels good too.
Yeah, bad word travels faster.
So when the bad word came out, people didn't even know what really happened. I heard he said he from Connecticut. They just talking about the shit. They don't know what happened. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And he was fighting that. Yeah. But he came up out of it though. You know what I'm saying? We all fuck with him. I fuck with him. I fuck with him. I'm hanging with him. Other live niggas is hanging with him. And then he came out with music. Came out with some new music. That's one thing you can't take from him. Nigga funky. That nigga make some dope shit. Nigga hip hop. That nigga gonna stay on some shit.
Star Tire joint. You guys know. Y'all seen him on the Star Tire.
Yeah, so that's how important he was to the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a mentor of mine. Like when I was going to school and shit, I just stopped by the barbershop and shit, see what the fuck he doing. He go
good nigga, man. Rest in peace, Steezel.
Yo, good nigga.
Rest in peace, Steezel. Good dude, man. I got a whole Steezel documentary story.
Okay.
That's another note. He deserved more. You know what I'm saying? He have a documentary guy.
You're the documentary guy. Nah, hey, don't be humble about it.
Once upon a time, I was the documentary guy.
But now I want to bring it back to we got to do some more, right? I know we're getting crazy, but you know what I'm saying? So, you started rapping.
Yes.
Y'all formed a group, or this was you by yourself?
Well, it was more like Frank Nitty, and then Frank Nitty was the rapper.
Yeah.
Frank Nitty is a dude, back in them days, we used to get money together in the streets.
Yeah.
And he was the rapper, and I was more like a hype man, but getting my bag right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I was his hype man probably maybe for a year, almost a year.
Okay.
Probably longer than that, because he been rapping since middle school, but I never really was like with him every day.
Yeah.
But we was together hanging every day for at least a year before I really started penning my own game. Probably 6 months after that, I was hype manning him, and then next thing you know, I was rapping. So I kind of like paid my dues with him. Then it was Binky B and Frank Nitty. FDC is actually the getting. I can talk about this now because the statute of limitations is over.
Okay.
FDC is really called the Foundation Crew. I never really told nobody this, but you guys, I'm telling you guys are getting the juice of where I got the name Foundation Crew.
You ever heard of FGC and you hate it?
I can talk about this because the statute of limitations is over for this, and this is something that I'm not glorifying, but it's part of my life. You know what I'm saying? It's part of my testimony. So back then I used to be selling a lot of coke. You know what I'm saying? And just like you see American Gangster when they stamp the shit Blue Magic. Yeah. That's kind of like my story. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Because around 92,
Frank Lucas.
Around 92, we was in the hood on that time.
Yeah, that's what
I ain't saying I got Frank Lucas money at that time, but the same street tactic shit, the same shit that niggas was doing all over the country.
Shit was going on. Yeah.
All over the country niggas was doing this.
When we say you a 92 nigga, I expect no less.
So the clientele, when you know you got some bomb shit back in the days, you want everybody to know your name is your name. Like Marlo Stanfield say, my name is my name. You understand what I'm saying? So I was trying to think of a name because we had just started this one block, and it was booming, and we was trying to figure out a name. And one day I went into the motherfucking store in New York, and I seen the motherfucking stamp. Like when I used to buy my bags and shit, they had stamps and shit. They had a stamp that shit said Foundation. I was going, that's it. It's a Foundation. That's it. Oh, the next day we was on that motherfucker. Foundation! Foundation! From the ground up. Come on, let's go. Started telling fees and shit was booming back then, you know what I'm saying?
From the ground up.
So FDC was the Foundation Crew before rap. So niggas was already talking FDC shit.
Okay.
Riot, back then before Riot, or Frank Diddy be rapping, and then he'll slide FDC up into shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's our crew before rapping. And then it just took off. Then we got Royal Madness.
Okay.
We got
Royal Madness.
We had 730. We had 730, we had MC10s, and then we had Royal Madness fell in my lap. Fell right in my hands, like God sent them.
Royal Madness is my favorite rapper. He was Crown Royal. He was my favorite fucking rapper.
Royal Madness. He was Royal Madness
he was
before
Royal
he was Crown
Madness
Royal.
Then he was Crown Royal.
Before he was named Crown Royal, that's his second win.
Okay.
Like he been together. He been with me when I was Binky B.
Yeah.
When I was Binky B, he was Royal Madness. You understand what I'm saying? That was a whole transition. Back then, Binky B, what up, Binky B? What up, Binky B? That's what everybody called me, Binky B, back then. You understand what I'm saying? It was part of my, Binky just been my name in the hood.
We was little grasshoppers, but we heard your name.
So we had FDC, we was kicking the shit, and one day, my man that used to come to the barbershop, he's going, yo, my cousin just moved up here from upstate New York. He nasty, man. Yo, I was telling him about you, man. Yo, you should put him down with you, Bink. I'm telling you, because he used to see me he used to like my mixtapes. Yeah. So one day, I said, bring him by. No, one day he was in the barbershop. I said, let me hear a rhyme. That nigga started going crazy. Harm me, chumps can't harm me. Kids love me like Bonnie. I got the skills to pull your mommy. He was like kicking that shit. I was looking at that nigga. I was like, oh shit!
That sounded like fly nigga rap.
He was floating. Yo, he was dope, but he was different than me. But he was dope. I was like, oh shit! I said, yo, come on, bring him by the house. Bring him by the house tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, bring him by the house. It was early in the motherfucking morning. My doorbell rung. I looked out my third floor window. It was Big Raj and motherfucking Royal Madness. They was both looking at me. They was looking at me. I was looking down and they was looking at the window. Nigga, I came down, let them niggas up, I threw the beat on. I said, say that rhyme you said yesterday. I had the shit already queued up for him. That shit went platinum in the hood. They was going, yo, who the new guy? The new guy came and took over the team.
Yo, so you was selling, so that's crazy.
Listen to the new guy. The new guy.
You know what I heard in between what you said? Y'all was selling singles in the hood?
We was doing mixtapes. I was doing the 90-minute mixtapes. That's what I used to be battling Shorty Drippin' on.
Okay, yeah. See?
I got your fucking mind.
I was getting to the, you know what
And I
I'm
got to Royal Madness the same time.
Okay.
Royal Madness came to me probably about 5 months before the battle with Shorty Drip. But he was tucked.
Yeah.
He was like tucked.
That shit had the city on fire, by the way.
Because when Royal Madness came, it was just talk.
Yeah.
Like it was just talk. I was already just had the taste out with Shorty Drip, and then it was talks, and then fucking it was just talks with his cousin. Yo, God, you gotta meet my cousin, man. You gotta meet my. That was going on for a month. That was in the mix beefing with Shorty Drip doing mixtapes. You understand what I'm saying? So I already was lighting the town up. You know what I'm saying? And then he came and then fell at the perfect time. That was like the nail in the motherfucking coffin. I got the full. I had the Lakers, nigga. Kobe and Shaq, nigga. Definitely. The new guy came scoring. The new guy came.
That shit was lit. I ain't gonna lie.
Because me and Frank Nitty was already nasty. But when we brought new flavor with us, because me and Frank Nitty was nasty, and then we had 730, but he ain't really used to write that many rhymes. And then we had 10. When 730 used to rap, he was powerful, but he didn't have that many rhymes. He could probably have 4 rhymes and shit, but when he say them shits, oh, who the fuck is that? He say them shits when he say them, but he only got 5 of those shits, like in a battle. When we be sitting there talking shit all day, rhyming all night, he can't hang. MC Tans used to have rhymes, but he ain't used to say it good enough.
All of this. Remember the nigga, right? Yo, that's shit crazy.
So it was me
back to all like,
yo, listen, me and Frank Nitty was like Kobe and Shaq. Then we had 730 and 10s, but they was like, they just there.
Like the 6 man.
Because they didn't, it was just there to say we had a crew. But when the new guy came, Crown Royal came, and then I went and got Vern Lover. Vern Lover had a killer voice. Was beefing with the niggas, HG from the Tribe and them.
Niggas was beefing with man niggas.
And they was going, Tribe nigga got shot in the dome. Come on, got the phone. You already know.
Yo.
That nigga started singing that shit. That shit was going crazy, yo.
Yo, them rhymes was getting niggas beat up 10 years after that.
That shit was crazy. But don't get twisted, them niggas was nice too though.
Hell yeah. I'm just saying, them rhymes.
Niggas was nice too.
Niggas the next era over was still using them rhymes and beat because it was beat.
Put it this way, them niggas was so nice. HG was nice. Pet Knight was nice as fuck. Both of them niggas was nice.
Shout out to Pet Knight, you know what I'm saying?
And they had GBO. GBO was nice, and he was hip hop. GBO was bred from Dooley in them. So he got funky hip hop in him because he Dooley-O and them niggas young boy.
Rest in peace, GBO.
Dooley my boy, rest in peace, Dooley, GBO. Dooley my boy, but he was closer to GBO.
Okay.
I knew Dooley, but GBO over his house all the time. You understand what I'm saying? They got groups and shit together. He was their young boy. GBO was their young boy. And Dooley-O is like the first hip hop nigga. Dooley-O and Steezo the first hip hop niggas I seen in New Haven.
Hell yeah, Dooley-O legend.
Dooley-O and Steezo, and then they had Chris Cosby used to nasty beat DJ. Back then the DJs used to be going crazy. Kamikaze was going sick. I was the new guy in the mixtape scene. I was the new guy. Who's the new guy?
Who's the new guy?
That's what made me take the city. I was the new guy. I was what they wanted, like, because they had Kamikaze, Chris Lowe, DJ Demo. These was the DJs back then. DJ Demo.
These niggas that was doing parties. Back then, y'all niggas was doing
No, back then them niggas was doing DJ seminars, and all them niggas was active.
Okay.
Them niggas was very active. Them niggas, I wasn't DJing. These the niggas, when I used to go to little parties and shit, these niggas be DJing like, you know what I'm saying? But when the new guy came, I came with something that they ain't seen before. I came with the street DJ.
Okay.
I think I was the first.
What year was this?
92.
Yo, 92 was a crazy
92 was a productive year, I see, huh?
In the 80s and the early 90s, Kamikaze, all in Prime, DJ Prime was going sick. Fucking
DJ Prime, that's my
Cliff Love, AC Smooth. Because he used to be at the radio station, UNH.
Yep. That's 89. Late night and shit.
Who used to be on the radio back then? Back then, I wasn't DJing.
Prime was on that shit.
I was a nigga going to the party, popping the Moet and fucking, back then it wasn't even Moet, 92, that was fucking, what was that, 92? It was Moet.
It was the Asti, oh boy.
Osty's in the 80s, it was Moet in the 90s.
Well,
it was Moet. Moet Chandon. That was the shit. That's
still that shit, nigga.
Moet Chandon been the longest lasting shit.
Yeah.
Moet Chandon, Hennessy,
yeah.
And Heineken has been the most long-lasting shit.
Yes.
And when it come down to liquor in the hood, Heineken, Hennessy, and because all the ballers still drink Moet.
Niggas still got the Guinness.
Niggas still drinking Moet Rolls and shit.
Yeah.
Back then it was Moet Chandon, but niggas be drinking that Moet Rolls. That shit top seller in the clubs.
Yeah.
That's the best shit in the clubs, really. It's an Ace.
Yeah, the rosé. Yeah, no, dude. Yeah.
The rosé Moet shit is the best shit to get besides the fucking Ace.
When I was a cocky nigga, I was drinking that shit at the house.
Cristal was good, but that shit came and went.
Yeah, Cristal.
That shit was a phase.
Yeah,
Jay took that shit out.
Yeah, Jay took it out, and it didn't taste that good.
It was a phase.
That shit was some bullshit, man.
That was the first liquor rapper.
Had money, then
talking about that shit.
Every time I hear OJ, I always sit there and I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna try to.
Yo, Cristal, it was in the back of the package store at the top. Dude, you was like, if you pointed up there, you felt like that nigga. You know
that shit costed like $200 in the store.
Yeah, it was $200 some change.
In the store, in the club, that shit going for $600, nigga. All day.
I remember feeling like we had money. It was me and 4 niggas on that shit.
I remember we fucked Kid Capri party up at the Mirage.
Yo,
we had all the Moets, fucking Cristal. We had a whole table full of shit. We had our fucking Versace shit on. That was 96.
96. I love to hear how New Haven niggas used to go.
Oh man, we had that shit fucked up in New York, nigga. Yeah. My man did some bullshit, ran up to Jay-Z and gave him my tape, but he gave it to him the wrong way.
What was this?
We already had the club fucked up in 96.
96, okay.
We was Versace down in the motherfucking club. We bought the VIP section. We had a prime time section. We was throwing Brooklyn niggas. Everybody probably thought we was from Brooklyn or Bronx. Because back then niggas be in the club going sick.
Yeah.
Only the gangsters could do shit like that, like in the club. Like only the gangsters. You just can't be anybody.
Can't be anybody going crazy.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Niggas oppress you. But back then, we had that shit fucked up, and my man, the nigga bought my CD to Jay-Z. He's going, yo, Jay-Z, man, listen to that shit. Jay-Z was like, he said, yeah, listen to that shit. We trying to fuck with you. Jay-Z said, Jay-Z had looked, he said, shit, y'all niggas already got it fucked up. Walked off on my man like,
yo, that's some smooth whole shit right
nah,
there.
nigga coming through the club buying his motherfucking business, my man pressed him. He had bottle on his head, yo, Jay-Z, yo, check my man's shit. My man's shit, yo, we trying to fuck with Jay-Z. Was like, shit, y'all niggas already got it fucked up. Like, this is shit, nigga, y'all niggas got it fucked up. It's like, walk right off. Like, but we did though.
Yeah, that's some slow shit.
But it's a win-win for him, because he's saying the right shit, and at the same time, I ain't got time to be dealing with this nigga. I'm going over here. I don't know this nigga. You know, back then in New York, you gotta watch who you fuck with.
You can't just fucking run up on
you be fucking around with a fucking crook trying to kill you. Yeah. You go talking to a nigga be like Benny Blanco on your ass, nigga.
There's still the same shit out there, baby.
Nigga, especially in New York for rappers, because niggas be trying to extort niggas. Nigga come up here, grab you and shit. Yo, you gotta have a big homie with you. In New York, if you ain't on it, you be a motherfucking New York motherfucking drug dealer nigga or street nigga, walk up on you, yo, what up, nigga? Yeah. Like kind of like intimidate you. Yeah. Next thing you know, you hang with them niggas that's 690.
You hang with them niggas, they like,
that's 690 for real.
Grab you all up, motherfucking, grab you all up. Yeah, fuck little homie shit. You be all fucking timid and shit. Next thing you know, motherfucker go, yo, we gonna protect you, man. Yo, we got you. So how you screaming that gang? Next thing you know,
you fucked up, nigga.
You gotta pay for the protection.
I need 80% of everything.
You gotta pay for that shit. You go into that show getting motherfucking 20,000, nigga. At least 5 of that shit there. They cuff you. If they cuff you hard, you gotta be the leader of your own shit.
They cuffing that 5 grand.
Even down to the image, bro. Because even down to the fact that you got social media. You're gonna sit there and they're gonna stand outside. You're not gonna be able to stand outside comfortably.
You gotta if you're gonna be around anywhere where street motherfuckers is at, you have to have somebody from the streets with you if you ain't the streets. Because if not, they're gonna run you over, they're gonna press you. and you gotta know how to move. You ain't got no big homie or you ain't on it.
Yeah.
If actually when you on it, if you a young nigga and you on it, you're supposed to have somebody that's on it too, but don't want you to be on it. Got no shark shit. A shark, no sharks. But a shark thinking about the bigger picture going, I gotta get him out of here. I gotta get him out of here before it's trying to press the niggas.
Yeah.
We gonna shoot niggas all fucking day and fight with these niggas all day. What the fuck do we gain by that?
So y'all,
but niggas entertain that shit and fuck shit up.
Real shit. So y'all FDC niggas, y'all was real street niggas, cause we knew y'all names.
Yeah, we was street niggas.
We knew y'all names and shit.
We was street niggas, man. And I brought the same flavor with the DJing. So when I used to come in and DJ my parties, it's just the way I used to be talking shit on the mic and DJing the parties. I'm what they wanted. I was like the first doing this shit like that. Like I come to the party, talking my shit, I'm bringing the motherfucking song in, I have my little rapping with my DJing. So I had a bunch of routines. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Say if I was doing this shit in the early 90s, say when Akinelli come on, I'd be like, ladies, I'm talking about the bad girls. What the bad girls at? I ain't talking about the girls that go, I don't do that. I'm talking about the girls that put it in your mouth. Motherfuckers, little routines and shit like that. Motherfuckers be laughing and shit. And they fucking with the songs. And then when she's singing, and you can eat me out, I said, y'all some nasty motherfuckers, and I put the next song. I was doing shit. I was doing routines at my parties.
And this is before
this shit started popping.
I was doing this shit in the 90s.
That is before that popped off, because now that's kind of like a norm with DJs. Like now a DJ, like you're not doing DJ part right if you're not sitting in there.
I took from Kid Capri and added my own twist to it. Because one day I went to a party in New York and I seen Kid Capri DJing, and he put me on to something that I wasn't up on. The nigga had a stack of records over here and a stack of records over here, and he didn't have them in the envelopes. And that was the way he was doing his fast transitions, the same way DJs do their fast transitions now.
Because they got the
with a Serato. You know, a nigga gotta have 100 songs, he running for them, he playing the funky part of the beat, he go off real fast, and go, all that shit be sounding like this, like he did it at the studio, because he's doing it right there in front of you. Now, one day I was looking at him doing that shit, he was just doing that shit, the nigga had a whole, I was digging in my crates like every other DJ, picking my shit out, figuring it out, thinking, figuring it out. But Kid Capri had a routine. So I added at least an hour routine to my shit with the stacks of records, and then I freestyled the rest of my parties and I used to fuck them up. So I had my quick mix routine. This 15 records, this 15 records. When I slap on this shit, the breakdown come on to that, I put that breakdown, and it was a routine, and the crowd fuck with that shit. Like they wasn't really seeing that at the parties, because all the other niggas, Prime and Kamikaze and all these niggas is scratch niggas. They've been doing it longer than me.
Scratches,
They've been doing that shit longer than me. Like some niggas is cutting, transforming and all that shit. I'm learning the transforming, but I have flavor. I'm coming, I bring that shit on beat, and I'm playing my motherfucking joints. I'm talking about shit at the parties. They want to see me like. Not saying they didn't want to see the other DJs, but I was that new guy.
Who's the new guy?
The new guy.
Who's the new guy?
Who the fuck is the new guy?
The new guy was
The hood already knew me, and for the motherfucking people that didn't know me, like the nice goody girls from Westville and Hamden, they might not notice the Ville and all that shit. When they see me, they was like, the new guy.
Now you was doing house parties too? This is back in the day, niggas did house parties.
I did a few house parties, but house parties really was like some halls. I was doing halls and block jams.
Okay. When you started doing clubs?
And clubs.
When you started doing the clubs?
When I started off doing halls and clubs, I never really, I did house parties.
What was your first club?
The Elks.
The Elks. Okay.
That's a hall, but it's a club.
Yeah, that's still hard. That shit, that was a club, nigga, back in the day.
That was the first.
That was a club. That's all.
No. Italian American.
Italian
American was the first one. The Elks was the first.
Shit on
the first big one.
Hurricane and shit.
The first one where I was stepping away. It was battling Shorty Drip.
Okay.
But the Kilted one that wasn't the battle. That was when I first got in the mixtape game, and Drip was already heavy in the game. And the nigga Pat had booked me because Pat a little older than me. Pat knew the marketing and shit. He was already in deep in the game doing shit. So he had booked me because he knew I'd bring a following. And he already had Shorty Drip that had a following. He sold that shit out. That fucking shit, but that shit, the fire alarm was going off for that shit for the sweat, nigga. That shit was packed like a motherfucker.
Y'all niggas beef had the whole city on fire.
Them shits was ill.
Yeah.
Them niggas was dope though.
Yeah.
That was the first chapter of rapping.
Yeah.
And then I went to a second chapter a little bit after that though.
Alright, so the second chapter. What was that about?
That was when the FTC, that was like in the FTCs in the 90s. The 2000s came, I came up with Riot Regime.
Yeah. So Riot Regime, you had
And that's when I was Bink B instead of Binky B.
Bink B. Got rid of Riot. You had Crown Royal, Eno B, Johnny J.
Johnny J.
Johnny J used to go crazy.
Whoa, Johnny J.
Also, happy birthday to our director, young bro.
Happy
He's
birthday to
out
the
here yelling out the whole roster, bro.
Yeah.
Like this is, I'm telling y'all, man. Like
Vic, this chick named Vic. We had this chick named Naima was a monster that we used to write for.
I remember Naima too.
We used to write for her. She was a monster.
Frank Nitty was still with you too, right?
Frank Nitty.
Yeah, see what it was we already had FTC. Frank Nitty wasn't at that time. Frank Nitty, he wasn't really thinking about rap. You know, Frank Nitty been rapping forever. He wasn't really thinking about rap. I was still doing my little DJ shit, and I was coming up with a new name to birth the young boys that I had that I wanted to bring off the bench, and I named them Riot Regime. So I left FTC. It was me and Crown Royal was like holding it down for the FTC. Frank Nitty, I believe, he might have been in jail at the time. He might have been in jail. I think he was in jail. Me and Royal Madness was still holding it down for the FTC. And then I had got Little Nino, Johnny J,
crazy.
this nigga named Tone, we brought him off the bench. I had them niggas and I was and Matt.
Venom.
Venom, what up, man?
Modell.
What up, Modell?
Venom was just be going sick. That nigga was good. So at that time, I was just trying to give the young niggas in my hood an opportunity. Yeah. So I was thinking, one of them, it can't be FTC because that ain't them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn. So we thought of the name Riot Regime.
Hey, y'all got played on the radio. The FTC got played on the radio.
FTC got played on the radio and Riot Regime got played on the radio.
Lord.
is the radio the same way back then as it is right now?
Back then, I think it was better.
They played us on Hot 97 in New York. Evil D used to always play us.
Evil D, shout out to
Evil D had a show. He used to always play because he did our release party.
Right.
So he was fucking with us. He used to always play our shit.
Down DJ.
And they was playing it on 94. They was playing it on a lot of all the college stations.
Yeah.
Back then they had a lot of college stations.
That was good.
But then that was also like
college
between
stations.
The main radio in Connecticut was 94.3 and Hot 97 when you listen to Hot 97.
You had Hot 97. If you was in the right part of the city.
Before 97, it was 98.7 KISS and WBLS. They was doing hip hop.
But you can hear
That's the FTC era. WBLS. Yeah. Molly Moore was on WBLS. And Red Alert was on 98.7 KISS. And they used to be back beefing. Back when KRS-One and Molly Moore was beefing, Red Alert was with KRS-One. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? The stations was battling. And what made it dope because Molly Moore was doing beats and he had all the niggas, and Red Alert had niggas that just used to make them songs.
Yeah.
So Red Alert was already killing it. Fucking Molly Moore came under Mr. Magic and them niggas, but Red Alert was already, he had Hot 97 on Smash, not 97, 98.7 KISS on Smash. When Red Alert come on, everybody taping that shit. He was killing it, and then but we was getting, radio was different then. Back then you get with the program directors, and you make it do what it do.
And that's what I was gonna mention right before too. Like it's not this is again like so to the people watching at home. This is not like most artists that we've had up here. It's not a knock to most artists, bro. Your age is your age. We can't control your age. When you come here and you come from a cloth that's cut, that's actually I had to go outside and really make my fans that made my fans because I believe in you. Yeah, bro, because I really believe in, like, if somebody showed me a video right now and they're like, yo, everybody fucking with this, I might watch it. But if you really on me going, yo, bro, I met son at the store, son was da-da-da-da-da, yo, bro, he had this on, yo, son was funny, and then he showed me he got a podcast, da-da-da.
Yeah.
Now I might be more inclined to watch it.
Yeah.
And you come from an era where that was actually the thing.
Yeah.
Me, I still try to get accustomed to the internet era. Like, I'm from the internet era, obviously, but I still try to get accustomed to the new shit.
I ain't fully
Like, so the way that you
shit
came up with it, I constantly, the action, I constantly always say, let's go to the trunk with it. Be like, let's go out the trunk, let's go say that shit like that. Like, I really believe in that being the best way because it's like, that was at a time where it's like, okay, somebody might run up to you and become your biggest fan that day. And have that interaction forever with you. See you at a club somewhere spinning and come up to you and just be like, yo, I remember when I met you in front of in front of Tower Records, you was doing this, like, whatever the case may be. You ever had that kind of moment that you kind of like been spinning, like somebody popped up on you and you know what I'm saying? Like they seen you on your grind, on your come up, and they seen you when you was actually feeling like, maybe not made it, just comfortable. Now you a known name, everybody knows who you are,
well,
so, you know what I mean?
The mixtape game, I was getting that with the mixtapes. So I kind of was already used to that. Like, cause when FDC was in the mixtape games. I was doing mixtapes then, 90 minutes. That's Doo-Wop was doing them shits. Ron G, these are the DJs that was killing it then. SZN2, Craig G, Double R Pro, DJ Juice.
That's what we went to cross flavors.
These is all the mixtapes.
Cross flavors, right?
That's my first shit. So I already was used to people riding by playing my shit. And then when I go to stores or whatever, somebody, that's Binky B. The motherfucker look, I've been used to that. Yeah. But the first time where I see like, oh shit, I'm just like everybody else, like that's on like this when I was doing the DVD game. When me and French used to be at the same distributor, like distributor back then was like a label. Yeah. You get it back then when you make a DVD, you produce a DVD, you want the streets to have it. I had probably 60 stores under my belt from my chicken circuit that I did.
60 stores, man. You call that a chicken circuit, nigga? That shit.
No, that's the chicken circuit. From here to Boston to Delaware. Wow. Every once in a blue moon I hit Virginia, but I used to hit Philly, New York, Jersey, Delaware, Boston, and sometimes I used to try to go down there in Virginia. Fuck around. I never really used to know the market in Virginia. I really didn't know it with the DVDs. What I used to do is I pull up how I used to get the circuit if I didn't know it, because I had a TomTom navigation system tell me what city to get to. I pull up to a city, I ride around, I find a hood in the city. I see a nigga at the bus stop, can't really do it with women because they don't feel like I'm trying to rape them or something. I pull up at a bus stop, I see some niggas out there, whatever, whoa. I take my chances. Yo, what up? Yo, what the stores that be selling all the tapes and the DVDs at? What the store that be selling this? Oh, that shit down there. You talking about Big Rat and them? Whoa, get your what's the name? Whoa. That's how I got my market. That's how I got my market. Like, you know what I'm saying? Besides, I got stores for people, but most of my market I get on my own. I go down there, show me down, I read a nigga out, see, that's a little young nigga, I need to get some weed. Yo, you know what other stores at in this town? Oh, yes, plenty of them. How many around? There's at least 20 of them around here. Yo, man, fuck with me, man. I got a couple of dollars for you, man. I got some weed, man. Hang with me, man. Show me the stores. Writing them shits in my motherfucking pad. Writing the motherfucking shits in my motherfucking pad. Next thing you know, I got 60 motherfucking stores. All them shits is getting 100 DVDs. All them shits getting 100 DVDs and mix CDs, because I was going so heavy in the mix CD. When I jumped in the DVD game, it kind of made me a little fall back from the CD game, because the DVD game started getting so plentiful, where I kind of ignored my DJ. I ignored my DJ, it was so plentiful.
I understand, what year was you doing the DVD? The DVD wave was what year?
Oh, shit.
Like what span of years, more or less? Probably 06, 08 maybe. Now this is pre-YouTube, bro. Like YouTube may have been like because YouTube may have been like just starting up.
Now YouTube was kind of just starting.
Yeah, just starting up.
And the DVD,
you know what I mean? But I'm from the DVD era, bro. Like I used to pass around the that shit was like, yo, people had like, yo, you go to small schools, they had the books that people traded along with each other. You go to other schools, they had movies and shows. Us, bro, in my school, bro, like I went to school in Soundview, bro. Like we had nothing but DVDs, smack DVDs that we passed back and forth, bro. And that was everything. So that the come up DVDs, like that was our shit, bro.
We ate in New York,
and that was a different era because that the cult following. And I don't want to say cult following to say cult following, but that powerful following that you really get with that, bro, was way bigger than YouTube. Because now you gotta look through YouTube and you're giving support to a random motherfucker that reported it on their TV.
Frenchie got on off that.
Absolutely. That's Big Homie from the Bronx, bro.
Yo, that's the Smack DVD days and all that.
Come up DVD, Smack DVD, yeah, bro. That's all that.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero. I was about to say that, right, bro.
This is before Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero came in the game late.
They came in the game.
Sub-Zero came in the game late. He came in the game when everybody was like leaving the game.
When they was trying to vote, I said when they was
Smack was kind of like.
He came in after I was like chilling and shit. I was
nice
chilling.
little wave for
I knew him before he was doing that shit. Like I remember he was first starting. He got his first camera. I know him.
He came in right before YouTube took over.
Yeah.
Yo, as far as actual productions, you did a movie back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking when I see I'm looking at y'all niggas talking to each other when I came in here, and I was like, yo, this nigga died on this nigga movie, this nigga finger.
Yeah, I got killed by the nigga Bink crib.
You was in the movie?
Yo, the nigga.
Nah, you see, yo,
I was Bink young boy. I got clipped in the crib.
He got clipped.
I fucking screen recorded that shit.
Yo,
Send it to this nigga.
me and Yo was big. That just came home.
It's a good scene though.
Big
Good
you know what I'm saying?
You remember the
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, he knows the
I'm saying, like, you remember
Yeah.
How is Hobie says like?
Shit, motherfucker got shot, bro. Finger was twitching. You know, sometimes
There's a lot of finger flips.
blood splattered on the fucking wall
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
blood splatter.
Shell pop out the gun.
Yeah, that shit was ill.
That shit was ill.
That shit was ill though. That was a good movie. That shit still is it on
Yo,
YouTube?
classic, bro.
It's on YouTube.
That was kind of before YouTube too. That was before YouTube. Man.
Hey, yo,
Go check that shit out.
Hey, yo, we throwing
shit's
that
still
in
a
the
classic,
intermission.
man.
Y'all getting clapped during the intermission, bro.
Yo,
Just
we're
like,
gonna find that clip. We're gonna throw that shit in the movie.
Young getting clapped. He gonna edit
Absolutely.
himself
When
getting
I
clapped.
used to bump heads with Spack and fucking French
Yeah.
and all the niggas, Vindy, we all had the same distributor. Big Apple. Big Apple was the main distributor back then, because back then,
About the Big Apple that sold the deep nights?
nah, it was a company called Big Apple. They sold everything, magazines, DVD, anything that you want in a mom and pop hip hop store. They sold that shit, and I'm just telling you the game. I had 60 stores when I first started. I got 60 stores easy. Once I got my distribution deal, it went to stores all over fucking America, because they used to look in the magazines. All the mom and pop stores, they look at the magazine, they want to know where to buy the hot shit at. They look at the magazine, the Source magazine, the Don Diva magazines, all the dope hip hop magazines. They look at the spread, they call the numbers. They got stores just like Cross Flavor Records. Yo, what you got? I got the Calvin Klein story. I got the new snack. Oh yeah, send me off. They ordering their shit from there to keep their stores up and running.
DVDs was popular.
That's fire.
You forgot how popular
Man, who's getting
I'm from that era.
Yo,
You from the era.
yo, I made 100,000 in 1 year off that shit.
100,000 in 1 year.
That's the funny part.
100,000.
Slow movie here clap for that one.
100,000
in 1
I
year.
never knew the actual like business
Checks.
side.
All checks.
I always thought that shit was DVDs, edited
I quit
DVD,
DJing and
and
everything. I quit DJing.
I always thought the DVDs was passing them shits around yourself. I ain't know the distribution deals for DVDs. I ain't know that shit. Like,
Yeah,
You
do
thinking
shit.
like a cocaine nigga.
Just like you in New York and you see that shit in every barbershop and all that shit. You go on motherfucking Detroit.
Yeah.
When I was in Chicago, them motherfuckers was fucking with me in Chicago. When I went to Detroit, when I was going in the motherfucking stores, getting another, once I started getting checks from the distributor, I doubled back and pressed up some more DVDs and went on the road. Cause the checks were so big, we went and got some some vans. Said, yo, we're gonna drive all the way to Chicago, man. We're gonna hit Pennsylvania off. We're gonna hit motherfucking Detroit, and we're gonna hit Chicago. We never been out here yet. We done hit the East Coast already.
Not virtually. Physically. Nigga.
We hit the East Coast already. We never, me and my man jumped on the motherfucking highway, bro. We had the nigga from As Is magazine.
Okay.
He was doing the paper magazines, them shits was flying off the shelves like Don Diva. He had all the dope stories and shit. Don Diva had all the New York stories.
Yeah. Or the outdoor shit, the Mitchell.
As is had all the Detroit stories and Chicago and shit. Cause he was a New York nigga and knew the game, and he moved to Chicago. And when he moved, he used to work for Don Diva. He moved to Chicago, started his own magazine, and started getting in tune with the culture out there, and started coming out with the fucking what's the nigga that was buried in a fucking casket, Rolls Royce casket, it's some wild shit, yo.
Who that?
Drug dealer nigga back from fucking Chicago.
No story. I don't know the name.
Oh, the DVDs is out back in the days. The drug dealer niggas from Detroit and Chicago, he was covering all those stories. Larry Hoover, he did Larry Hoover's story. He did the Larry Hoover story.
That's big, that's large.
He did that.
Yeah.
As his, that was his shit. That was his work. While everybody running around
Midwest nigga.
before the internet was out,
Yeah.
everybody knew about Larry Hoover because of that magazine.
Okay.
Not saying that he wasn't a big nigga, but he was a giant where he at. You don't know about that nigga in New York. You don't hear about that shit. Internet ain't out.
Yeah.
You way out here in New York, Connecticut, Jersey, you ain't hear about what the fuck going on in Detroit. If it ain't on CNN, how the fuck you gonna know about it? Because the Source magazine, all these hip hop magazines, they stay away from the streets. And they not going up in the streets. They be college niggas working at them shits like they don't really be. They don't be out there. They don't get their real journalists on like. They follow the hip hop stories. When As Is came out with the Hal Larry Hoover, fucked them up.
Big yeah, that As Is, bro. I didn't know.
Yeah, he had all the stories. So he already had a connection to the streets because he had this. We met him at the distributor. One day I was coming out the motherfucking distributor getting a check. Some shit that he back when I was getting my check. I'm coming out, I see a nigga with the Cadillac truck, me and my partner. We be looking like money. Yo, what up, yo, what you do? You just start the small talk. Fuck you do, man. Yeah, this is what we do, man. This is what we do. Yeah, our shit in there. Whoa. What you into, man? Looking good, man. What you into? Oh, I do such and such magazines. We plugged it. So now, next thing you know, I'm going, yo, that nigga gonna show us everywhere Chicago. That nigga showed us Chicago, hooked us up with a nigga in Detroit because he knew all the gangster stories. And he already knew a lot of these stories because this is his region. So he just like me, like I fuck around and run through all these stores in New York and all this shit. He just like me out there in Detroit and Chicago. Big market out there. Big fucking market. Took me up a Capri Green projects and everything, nigga. So shit. Shit, we was out there and them niggas was beefing. Back when we was there, niggas was beefing with the roads. The high rise was beefing with the low rise, with the lows. It was a crucial beef going on too. We was smack in the middle of that shit, yo. Niggas said, yo, don't drive down there to the lows. But the other day they came through here, old school nigga was interviewing the old school nigga. He was going, yeah, man, bodies was all over the place, man. Be careful, don't go down there, man. You could over here because we over here, but don't go down there. Like, I was cool with the nigga in the high rises, but I didn't have no pass to go over there to the low rise. I had a pass. As his nigga knew the nigga that was powerful from the projects, and when we got to the projects, all eyes was on us. That's the first time I ever felt intimidated, and I've been through the most rottenest hoods. Queens Ridge, Marcy, Red Hood, been all down Gun Hill Road, I've been every fucking way.
Big out of Gun Hill, bro. That's every fucking way. Team, you heard? Big
Pistol, my nigga Pistol Pete, Terror Squad nigga, he took me through a bunch of shit out there. You know what I'm saying?
He probably took me to Soundview too, bro. He probably took me
Pistol Pete, because we was gonna do his story. We was gonna do a documentary about him. Not the drug dealer Pistol Pete, the other nigga would maybe be with Fat Joe. It's two Pistol Petes. Pistol Pete, the drug dealer nigga, sex, money, and drugs. But he was already locked up. Then the other shit, other Pistol Pete came on. He got his name for different shit or whatever. That's what they said.
So the movie, How We Live, you was able to get that in how many stores?
Shit. I had distribution.
Yeah.
So that shit was everywhere.
That shit was around the nation either way.
And I took it to the African niggas personally too. I didn't give a fuck.
As you should.
Cause I got me a check for it.
Yeah.
I got me a check for it. I went right to motherfucking Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Seen them all put up in the motherfucking the fucking storage bins to the African niggas I know. Like same shit I used to do with it. Go to motherfucking Manhattan, 27th and Broadway, all them niggas out there selling their wholesale bootlegs, hitting all the niggas I needed.
Yeah.
Abraham and them niggas hit niggas is off. I know where it's gonna go. All I gotta do is go hit my man in Brooklyn and go hit my man down there 127th and Broadway. And I know I come back next week, that shit could be on all the tables. So when the new niggas come from Jersey, whatever, wherever they come grab their DVDs and come to the barber shop, they gonna grab my shit. Give me those, give me those.
Yeah.
But Smack was killing them.
Yeah.
Smack, he probably wasn't the quickest shit falling off the shelf.
Not every
And besides Troy Reed shit, and then my shit came, the new guy.
Yeah.
The new guy.
When Gangsta Chronicles came out, fucked everybody up.
Yeah.
Gotta make the new guy shirt.
The new guy shirt needs to come out.
Look out for the new guy shirt coming out.
The new guy shirt coming out after this episode drops.
Might be out.
He's getting the first one.
He gets the first new guy.
Now, we're going to take a quick intermission in between, right? Now, before we take this intermission, we like to ask a question real quick, and we don't want to answer now, we want to answer after. So, when it came down to it, you mentioned Smack a couple of times, and we all know where the URL is right now and everything like that. When it comes down to it, I want you to let us know where that career, kind of like character arcs and stuff like that. Where did your career arc happen that you was just like, all right, this is what I gotta go through, this is what I gotta go do, these are the hats that I gotta wear, because you wore a lot of hats between the 90s up into the early 2000s. So after that, where were the hats that you decided, all right, these are the ones that I gotta lock in with? So obviously DJ, you know what I mean? But what else did you have to sit there and do? You know what I mean? So when we come back from intermission, we want you to answer all of that, and why did you choose to go those paths with that? You know what I mean? You already know, man. It's your boy E on I-95, man. Got Bug in the building. Sawyer's bald and he's not here, though. And also, we got Dawn in the building, too, man. My talent agent's here, bro. My talent agent's here, bro. Y'all be bringing y'all managers to the building. That's what's up, bro. My talent agent.
He just booked me.
So what's up, man?
Y'all be having our
little managers there, bro. We got our talent agents there. So what's up, huh? Yes, podcast. We'll be right back.
Shout out to my book agent.
Wow, that shit was crazy, nigga. That was crazy. Wow. Yo, bring the Dutchess in here, yo. Fuck.
Y'all forgot the Dutchess in the car.
Man, fuck this nigga. Don't get this nigga nothing. Oh, God. Come on, please don't kill me, man.
Pop this nigga to him.
Come on, man. What you want from us, man? Don't kill me, this nigga.
Nah, hold on, we gonna get the rest of the shit.
This ain't
I'll cocaine in this
please.
motherfucker.
Kill this nigga, man.
Nah, that's crazy.
Kill this nigga, man.
Oh, shit.
Got it! Yo, I got it! Yo, I got it, my nigga. Yo, we good, nigga.
What? Wait. Okay.
Cameras is on.
Rolling?
Bro,
Done.
you count us back in? You
Count us back in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was a podcast.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
intermission. Oh yeah,
ASAP.
yeah.
That's what I eliminated. Yo, basically, like I was telling Bink over the break, I just wanted him to break down how hard niggas had to work back in the day. Like, yo, going from city to city with the trunk full of motherfucking CDs and shit. That shit, like, that's not for the weak.
CDs, DVDs.
You know, you can do that now virtually.
God.
But that kind of work, it gives you a different type of wisdom.
Made a lot of money off of it. Make a lot of money back then.
A lot of money.
Shit. You was a hustler,
Yeah.
you made your quota.
Yeah.
It was niggas that wasn't even really fucking real CD and real DJs or film niggas that'll bootleg some shit and sell that shit out the trunk. Niggas was doing that. A lot of niggas in the game that wasn't really artful.
Yo, Doberman Gang, we had the CD with the DVD with the bag.
Yeah, the Doberman
We had the
Gang,
CD with the bag, DVD with the bag, or the CD with the DVD with
Soundtrack to the bag.
with the magazine. We was going crazy, but we learned that from y'all. Y'all set the trend as far as doing like multiple things at the same time. So I feel like Doberman Gang, we did a bunch of shit at the same time, trying to conquer every little thing for ourselves.
Yeah.
But we learned that from watching y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Follow the blueprint.
Hey man, I just, you know, I don't mind showing the motherfucker what to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta make it do what it do.
You gotta make it do what it do. Absolutely.
All right.
So from Riot Regime, Riot Regime was getting played a lot on the radio at the time. There was no 93.7 at that time.
94.
Nah.
It was 94.3 Saturday nights, right? Like you was you also DJing? You used to DJ on
I used to DJ in 94.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I used to hear
DJ in 94.
I used to take,
I had the
take
Wild Wednesday show.
Okay, Wild Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday.
Wild Wednesday, late night.
Lives. You see, yeah,
That shit used to be crazy.
Yeah, I used to take them shit.
Wild Wednesday, that shit used to be crazy. I used to have I was the first nigga doing that on radio, I think. I was too hardcore, that shit. I had a late night shit. The shit, what was that shit? The instant play. It was like this little soundboard shit. Had a sound effects. I used to have the cots and the gun cots.
Yeah. On 94.3.
Doing that shit back then, yo. 94 Wild Wednesday. It's the only nigga on that station 2000. They couldn't tell me shit. That shit in there. That shit in that motherfucker shit.
Right?
It's
you ain't
usable.
bringing it in.
Man, I was using that shit, calling up motherfuckers, calling up and shit. That was going crazy. Yeah, I ended up going to jail and I lost that spot.
Okay, shit.
What year was that?
That's 94.3, right?
That was 2000. I think that was right before 2000. Right before 2000, because I ended up having a warrant. It might have been 99. It might have been 99, because I remember I had a warrant, and when I had a warrant, I was like, you know what? I got suspended first from, what's the name? Father got me suspended. Scoop the Don.
Oh shit. Yeah.
His father, Master C. He got signed. He was signed with LL.
Scoop the Don.
He was signed with Scoop the Don. Father was signed with LL. His father's gonna call himself Smoke Man. He was dope too, from my hood.
Smoke Man.
He was dope. We call him Master C, but he made his rap name Smoke Man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember that.
And LL signed him. LL, he might have been LL first rapper signed to LL. He ended up going to jail, but before he went to jail, I allowed him on one of my shows. And I didn't ask my program director, can I get him on the show? We just kind of like did an OG call. He just got signed with LL. I was like, I just got one. I was like, yo, I'll put you on the radio. We did it. It was time for him to freestyle, and the nigga cursed twice. And the fucking light, when that red light go off, that's the green light of somebody is anybody calling. When you see that red light go, something's going on. Like pick that line up.
The boss calling.
The green light go on. You can ignore that shit if you want. That red light go on. Yo, what are you doing over there? That's corporate. That's something coming from the big dog. Man, that nigga cursed 2 motherfucking times. That motherfucking light went off. It was like, you wasn't even supposed to have him on the radio anyway. You ain't say the asses.
Yeah.
They suspended me for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And around that time, I knew my warrant was coming out. So I kind of like took that on the chin. I didn't even go back to the radio. Because I knew the police would have came and grabbed me off. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the radio and shit. And I was on a run for like maybe like a year.
Yes, yeah.
And then
Real shit.
Yeah, around a year. So probably about 99. Year after that, I got knocked
Caught up with you.
Caught up with me.
And you did how long?
That was a 2-year bid.
Okay.
So what you came
I did
straight
a year.
home
I did like a year off that.
The year or 2 years.
Yeah.
So now you come home, it's like what?
So I come home.
Yeah.
That's when I started getting a little bit after that is when I started getting into the DVD game.
Okay. DVD game.
So that's when I went in 2000. I got out in 2001.
Yeah.
Around 2002, I started getting into the DVD game.
Like you had told me in the intermission, you said you made $100,000 a year off of DVDs.
When I got the year I got my distribution there. I was in the game, in the DVD game, for like a half year before I was learning. I was having a little skinny covers, fucked up. The artwork was all fucking. It was. I was doing that shit like it was looking bootleg.
Yeah.
It was looking bootleg. That shit was in a thin cover.
Yeah.
Shit was flimsy, but I was new. I had nobody taught me the game. I had to do trial and tribulation. You know what I'm saying?
With the cheaper shit, like that.
I remember I fucking seeing Jim Jones like, yo, do an interview. That nigga looked at that shit and was like, nah. I ain't even mad at him because I understand.
What you had? You had
Shit looked at bootleg.
You had a marker written on your shit, or your shit?
Nah, it was blurry. It was first of all, professional DVDs came in the thick cases, like video games, like when you get an Xbox and shit.
Shit.
With the shrink wrap around that shit like it's a real tape. Like my shit was in the thin shit that you get from the barbershop.
Barbershop, flea market.
You understand what I'm saying? With the white cover. With the white cover on that shit.
You said the thin case, bro. I thought that every single thin case I had at the crib that was broken, ripped up, that I couldn't break up butt on.
Yeah.
And then you said that, that's all I thought about when it got repurposed.
Yeah, the white cover. Nigga.
No. The cover. No, the disc was just the white disc.
Oh,
The white disc.
When you shit professional, you gotta have that shit stamped.
Yeah, stamp that shit.
Like laser printed on that shit. Like
Absolutely.
the real way. Like when you ship the real shit, it's the real way. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I had it the bootleg way in a white fucking DVD in a thin ass motherfucking case, and the cover was by cover, but it was some Xerox machine. That shit faded. That shit ain't really looking like what I got in the game. The distributor nigga is the first time I really got in the game. I was doing thin cases that first time.
Yeah.
When I got with the distributor nigga, he kind of like schooled me. Man, I can't do it like this, man. What is like? He taught me the game.
Yeah.
He was like, you gotta have a barcode on it.
Okay.
Now I'm saying like he said you gotta have a barcode.
Barcodes on the video?
Yeah, hell yeah. Because he gotta send them shits out to all the stores. When the stores gotta scan it for the it was real work. It was our work. It wasn't like no bootleg shit. It was our fucking work. And it's supposed to have a barcode on it, so that's how you can tell the numbers.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how you know how many numbers you sold. That shit barcode 100 times at that motherfucking store. That's how the motherfucker that got the store know what sold and what didn't sell. They go, hold up. I see 30 Gangsta Chronicles told, and I only got 20 of them left. Where the rest of my shit? And that's how they keep track of their inventory. And at the same time, you get your report. Yo, how many, hold up, look at my computer. Yeah, I sold 35 of them. I need 12 more, I need 25 more, I need 100, that's how they do, I need 100 more. They don't know what the fuck going on, they gotta look at the computer and shit like.
That's a different kind of hustle, man. So, yo, listen.
100,000 1 year.
100,000 1 year.
First check, my first check was fucking 30,000. Then I go there next week, get another 10,000 for the flavor link. Then I go to motherfucker, he was reordering. Like I had like a sweet deal. I know he was making way more money than me though.
Yeah.
But I didn't give a fuck because I was still getting my feet wet.
Yeah, yours is fucking straight.
Because I learned later on that I could have went over there to it was this other spot. What the fuck was that name of that fucking distributor? I forgot the distributor at that time, man, but it was another distributor. They gave the niggas that made Cocaine Cowboys.
Okay.
The one about the black dude that got with the girl. He told me he got $250,000 from his first check. But I got $30,000 my first check. They gave him a check for $250,000 and just said, "That's your check. Get out of here." My shit, he was going, "I'm gonna give you $30,000 and then because I'm buying the DVDs off you." He didn't own my shit, but I had a deal with him where I couldn't give it to other distributors, which was Liaison, Tape Man. They had a few other niggas going back then, like other distributors. They had other distributors, but he signed a big deal where I ain't gotta go to these other niggas and go try to get some money out of them when I'm gonna get a $30,000 check from him. Right. If I go to Liaison, he'll go, "All right, I'll buy 200 pieces off you," or whatever. And this nigga give me big checks, like, you know what I'm saying?
So compare that to nowadays. Yo, niggas, a lot of niggas ain't making $100 grand a year just doing their music grind.
That's what made me stop. It kind of made me fall back from DJing because it was so plentiful.
Yeah.
I was thinking of my next thing. You know what I'm saying? I bust a check down and go, "Oh shit, I gotta do another story. I gotta get another film out." So I was dropping films. I probably dropped that year maybe. I know I dropped 3 DVDs. I dropped the Calvin Klein story, the Danny Diamonds, the Marcy Posse story. I did the Chaz Black Hand Gangster story. I did those for the documentaries. And I probably did maybe 3 or 4 flavor links. And I did a couple of little waggle, some other shit. I was behind the scenes on some other shit.
At least it's still available. So niggas still.
Yeah, I mean, but I ain't really. I'm proud of my work because what I have, but I'm not proud of my editing.
Yeah, but you was learning.
Compared to today's editing.
Yeah, of course.
If you look on YouTube, you look up Calvin Klein story or something.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be a clip from my DVD.
That's it up there.
You understand what I'm saying? You look up Marcy Posse, whatever documentary. It probably ain't gonna be my shit, but it's gonna be a clip from my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't my page. I didn't know about creating content and have your own page on you. I didn't know the YouTube game then.
But everything pre-YouTube is posted by somebody that doesn't own that content.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, so
people just post it.
everybody else got my content out there.
There's a lot of old smack battles and smack freestyles that even out of the freestyles, bro. Like if you look at all like a lot of legendary freestyles like Jay the Kid.
Smack don't got all his, because we from the same era, so he don't got all his original content like from back then on his own YouTube page. Because he was getting the same. We had the same distributor. Smack used to fly off the shelves. He used to go to Era too.
And this one Smack was a camera guy.
Yeah, this was Smack was dad. Murder Mook and all them niggas and Jay Mills and all the battles on the legendary battles on T-Rex and all them niggas back in them days. Smack was that. He was that nigga.
Yeah, they like kind of like work together on it. Yeah,
we conversate, but we ain't never worked together because the documentaries was so dope. I wasn't really super focused on my flavor links like I should have been because the documentaries shit was plentiful. It wasn't. That shit was flying off the shelf, getting way more money than the hip hop shit. So I kind of was like staying tuned into the stories. I was a journalist. I don't got time to be fucking with all these rappers. I gotta do my journalist shit.
What's your team looking like at this time? Do you have a team or is it just you?
It's just me and my partner. Me and my partner, DJ Roy Heat.
And then when it came to the show,
I was doing my own editing. I was doing the editing.
So you had no team. So you had no time to actually put all that. That flavor links probably came back. Shit, man, we just dropped the documentary. We got a little bit of time and we got this.
Nah, the flavor link was shit that we be winging. I be in New York. I gotta go interview this fucking bass head nigga that used to be down with. That used to buy off, like, I'm journalist. My shit go down from the pushers all the way down to the crackheads. Man, that shit was blazing, man. Everybody's coming out there saying kush. You know, I'm giving you the juicy documentary.
My favorite conversation.
So if I gotta go interview such and such, I'll make some calls I make some calls and see what I can get for the hip hop. Sometimes I used to just get it. I be in there doing something that don't got nothing to do with hip hop, and I'm already out in New York. I make a couple of phone calls, just talking shit to niggas and just see what's going on, what I can get into while I'm out here. And I used to get shit like that on the wing. Like one time I was doing the fucking, I met Frenchie from Black Hand Prince and Chaz.
Yeah, Black Hand, yeah.
Like French already had his Cocaine City out there, and he already had it out there going crazy. I was just getting in with the flavor links, and I still had him on the thin tapes, but I was already doing Chaz documentary because real niggas, he let me do his documentary, so we was already doing his documentary. So I'm out there getting behind scenes shit while I'm out just, you know, connections they run like that. And Frenchie came out there to Black Hand Prince video shoot. We have to talk shit. What's my man? Oh. Next thing you know, we chopping it up. Next thing you know, a month after that, I get my deal. And just so happened, French and them niggas, the same deal with the niggas I do my deal with. Like, and then we bumping heads.
So that was the key, like, that was a key move right there.
Actually, Frenchie partner used to be behind the scenes really doing all the underground shit dealing with the distributor. French was the face of Cocaine City. But it was another nigga that was behind the scenes. He actually was going crazy, like doing all the he knew the game. French was rapping that back then. He was trying to get a battle with Murder Mook or J Bill. Back then it was called Murder Mook out. Back then, French was running around with a bunch of money.
He was trying to battle rap back then. French was trying to battle. Damn.
He was calling Murder Mook. He was calling him out. And he was going, yeah, I got the money. I got the, back then he had jewelry. I got the money. You know, that nigga scared of him. Put the money up. I had him on my DVD talking about that. Yeah, the money there. You gotta put the money up. These broke niggas ain't got no money. You know, French be talking shit like back then. Selling the hype and shit.
Yo, you was there
full of shit, man.
French deserved to be on, though.
Absolutely.
He deserved that. If it's one person to say deserved to be on, he worked, man. He worked. He worked his way up, bro.
No, absolutely. And that's the thing, and you worked a lot of the same avenues. And right before we went to the mission, I asked you, what was the moment that made you, like, you got locked up, all that happened? So, what was your career arc that made you go to high? Like, this is where I'm going to do, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm going to focus on. I could do all of this if I need to, but these are the ones I'm going to focus on.
The DJing, because it was the only shit that I could do without having a team. Because by the time World Star came out, because when I was doing the documentaries, it was crazy. BET came out with American Gangster. So they basically remixed all the documentaries that I did. They remixed them. We already put the content out there. And then you know when the big wigs come through with BET, we do the story. Everybody, okay, they're giving them whatever they want. Like they getting all the stories. So they took me, all the stories that I did, all the stories that Troy Reed did, they took our stories first, and then they got other shit. Everything that they see in Don Diva magazine and all that shit, they took the formula from me and Troy Reed, yo.
American Gangster.
So American Gangster came out for free on television. World Star come out, giving all that Flavor Link Smack DVD shit for free online. Streaming is going crazy. I don't know how to catch on to the stream game. I'm like, man, I didn't give my shit out.
You just seen your shit come out and you don't even know how to get that.
At this point,
I know how to put it online, but I didn't know how plentiful it is. I know I go get checks, and ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be spending no buckets to get that shit out for free.
the DVD is dying at this point.
DVDs is dying at the point.
So how was your way with online? Was you able to monetize this shit online, or you
Nah, I wasn't educated on none. I wasn't educated how to get it on stream sites.
Got you.
I was hearing about streams and hearing about that shit. Like you kind of had to be like into that shit to know that shit. Like
came out, bro. Everybody was lost at first.
So Soulja Boy came on because he caught on when YouTube started.
Yeah, and the ringtones and shit. He got the ringtones.
Ringtones and all. He was up on that shit when it first started. He knew about it. He grabbed it. I found out that shit years later. I'm old school nigga. I know hand to hand,
Yo,
making phone calls, getting shit like that. Like, I don't know.
I give you credit, but credit is due for like making it through different transitions of the game, because you coming from like, you started this whole shit in '92, and now we up into these times. You still like
2000.
You still working.
2022.
You still
30
working.
years later.
How you still working?
Because the DJ is the only thing that I don't need nobody.
Yeah.
And it's just something that I like to do. I feel free when I DJ. When I'm DJing, that's my serenity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I feel at my peacefulest. Fuck the world.
Yeah.
You know, some motherfuckers play basketball, or punch in the bag. You know, some niggas, whatever you do to feel. Some motherfuckers go fishing and shit. DJing.
That's where you.
That's when I get my alter ego. I can be my alter ego.
Yeah. But y'all understand, yo, you'll see him, you'll never know where you see him pop up. Like, I mean, at one time, I'll be in the jump, and then it's like...
My man right there just booked me. Got a big bag from my man right here.
Yo, shout out to the
He
guy who just booked my man.
My booking agent right here, man. I told y'all, man.
Right there. I
I
know you seen you do clubs, and then still was doing the jump. At this time, this is years ago. So I was like, yo, I'll never know where this nigga gonna pop up. Fucking Van Dome. Anywhere where it's lit, like this nigga from around pop up. I was in a hot club. I worked for 93 for a second. So I remember being in a hot club, you coming up there rocking the hot club in Hartford. And I tell niggas like, yo, niggas
I forgot all about the hot club.
Yeah, I'm like, niggas don't come all the way. I told you, I'm gonna tell you where I seen you. I seen you, man.
You was gonna say this in the beginning.
Yeah, see, I bring that shit back. I bring that shit back.
Yo.
And I ain't even talk about the time I wanted to talk about, because that was back in the day. I seen you leaving Diamond Records one day, because you was heated. You had just did some shit. You told me something. I had this nigga in his face. My nigga, this nigga crazy as fuck. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was young nigga. And I was like, yo, be easy, my nigga. I was like, yo, I'm good, my nigga. I was like, yo. I was like, you know what I'm saying? So I see this nigga a bunch of times in my life. Like, it's funny because I tell niggas, like, where we from a little area, like, days was like movies. Every day was like a movie. Like, wild shit be going on.
Yeah.
It don't be like that no more. They're gonna be outside.
I can't believe some of the shit I used to do, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But DJing, back to what you were saying, see, I still got a passion for film, but we're in a microwave world now where I'm so in deep in so much shit, because I got a lot of shit going on. I got a chain, I own a chain of houses. I do construction. I do a lot of different shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really have the time to do everything myself. So now, be honest with you, DJ, I'm gonna retire in a couple of years. Well, I'm not gonna be doing all the clubs when I'm 50.
Because you said that was like that about always see your name on something. I'm like, damn, Bink still out here.
Yeah.
I hear the whole cold.
When I'm 50, when I'm 50, hot or not, I'm shutting it down as far as like clubs and shit, because I'm starting the next chapter of my life, and I want to take that more serious. And I don't need to be DJing at night and shit like that. Like, I do it now because I like to do it, and it's a hustle. It's still making the money. I'm still hot. Still making the money. I don't have to go to work. I can make $1,000 or more from DJing a week, so I'm good. $1,000, $1,000. If I can make that every week from doing something I like, I'm always gonna make $1,000 from DJing. So that kind of like, if you can make $500 to $1,000 a week or something, you got something solid. You ain't gonna be homeless. You gonna eat. Anybody next to you gonna eat if you budgeting it right. You understand what I'm saying? We go now. We going grocery shop. If you budgeting it right, $500 to a G a week, you can live off that shit. Right? So if I can make that or more a week, I don't really have to work a job. I work jobs, but I haven't worked over the last 2 years though, because like I said, man, I'm doing my thing.
I'm
working for myself now.
They don't understand about the benefits till they get this age, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the only.
I'm getting up there. I need some bennies.
Yeah, but if you make a good money, it's expensive. But you gotta pay $1,400 a month for you if you got other people on you. By yourself, it's cheap. But if you got dependents, you got a family, you're gonna be spending $1,500, $1,400 a month on benefits.
No.
But when you making the money,
$700 for 2 cleaners.
you gotta do.
With no
If you make it 20 grand, 25, 40 grand.
Bro, if you making $1,000 a week of your own money in whatever, you gotta pay for your benefits.
Yeah. That ain't bad though.
I have a question going into your DJ career because I'm just a little bit younger than some of the guys in this room. It's kind of a two-part question. First part is, how many artist mixtapes have you hosted?
I can't tell you.
Damn.
You hosted a lot of mixtapes?
Yeah.
Locally?
Yeah, because I only ask because for my era, like I said, I'm just a little bit younger than some of the guys in this room. You hosted one of the most recognized and still respected mixtapes, especially in New Haven. Graveyard Shift.
Oh yeah, that shit classic.
That's a classic New Haven mixtape, especially for my era.
Yeah.
Graveyard Shift.
That's one of the best ones I've done.
So,
that one, Little Nino's, Hit Theirs,
That's a piece.
Cold Cavs.
Cold Cavs.
Right.
Those are Ty Henny.
Ooh,
I done a banger with Ty Henny before. Actually, I might have done his first
Hurricane
mixtape.
Henny.
Hurricane. It might have been his first mixtape.
Yeah. Damn.
I don't know. I know I've done his first show. I broke him open for his first show. So come on, you gonna do it? That's nephew. You know what I'm saying? I did his first show. I did what's the name first show? What's the chick from Fairhaven? Gunna. I remember Gunna came to me about her first show. So I remember her cousin Jamie kept telling me about it.
Yeah. I'm done.
She came around, she's going, I never did no show before. I was going, there you go, you got it. She killed that shit though. Both of them did good. Like both of their shows look like they did shows before. They done it before, but it was their first show. It was their first time picking up the mic, or when people looking at them and Henny, I think it was, I'm not sure if it was Toad's place or it was 50 Fitch. It was Henny Fitch's first show. It was one or the other. I don't remember which one it was.
How was he on stage at that?
He killed it. He was young. He had energy. Had corn braids and shit.
Yeah.
He's young as fuck. And fucking Gunna was at Kudatas downtown. She killed it.
How important is Henny to rap in this city?
I think as far as the whole package, I think Henny got the best package in the state. Package. Is he the best rapper? I don't know who's the best rapper, but I know who got the best package. Henny got the best package because he looks like what he raps about. He has his own swag, and when he rap, he has his own sound. Like you never heard nobody that sound like him, and it's still dope.
Yeah.
Like when you hear Meek Mills, you know it's Meek Mills. When you hear Little Baby, you know it's Little Baby.
Yeah.
When you heard A Boogie at one time, it was A Boogie. Now everybody is all V. Everybody's trying to sound like Meek, trying to sound like Little Baby, trying to sound like somebody.
Yeah.
When you hear Henny,
You got his own sound.
he don't sound like nobody. He sound like, oh shit,
like Henny,
shit got some swag to him. Who the fuck is that? It don't sound like nobody.
Sound like Henny. Yeah.
Like everybody that you hear that's dope, they dope, but they're similar to somebody.
Yeah.
They're similar. Even if they're not trying to sound like somebody, they similar.
Yeah, niggas been trying to do whatever's popping.
All the battle rappers rap alike.
Yeah.
I said, except niggas like T. Sawyer. But he does the same thing. Everybody talks it out.
Yeah.
I said, listen, hold up. I said, listen, everybody doing that same shit.
It
So,
evolved that way.
put it this way, 8 Mile. When everybody was battle rapping, the nigga Lotto was different.
Yeah.
Everybody was in there just rhyming, whatever, but the nigga Lotto, the nigga that was The one that Eminem had to rip, he was different than everybody.
That nigga was lit though.
I mean, cause there's like some battle rappers that I see personally that I'm like they make, and not a lot of.
I don't follow the whole culture. I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm just saying. There's like
I need to.
There's like 3 of them. If anything, it's Sue Surf, T. Sawyer, Lou Castro. Those 3 right there, bro.
I don't
They
know.
make great music.
You gotta put me
outside of
on.
this battle.
When we leave, you gonna help me get on my game because I don't know all the battle. I just know when I do click on.
Yeah.
Cause I'm on party mode.
Yeah.
So I'm on party mode and I'm on whatever's trending mode. And I gotta kind of like I got too much shit going on in my life to stay in tune to something unless somebody just feed me the information. You feed me the information, I can run with it.
Gotcha.
But if I don't know, I'm not gonna do the homework for that shit. There's not enough hours in the day. So I ain't really been tuned because I might be missing a lot. And I could be just talking out my ass, saying everybody sound like. I just about every time last time I clicked.
Big bro.
Last time I clicked.
I ain't seen you miss yet. I ain't seen you miss yet.
Know what I'm saying?
Big bro.
Like on some shit, you like the Connecticut go-to guy. Like when niggas come to South part of Connecticut, it's like you and Big E doing this shit. Like it ain't nobody else to call if you come to the terminal. If you come to the
There's other young gunners doing their thing.
Yeah, but
Me
it's
and
like
E the only old school
when
niggas.
it's y'all 2 niggas doing it, you know, it's done. It's supposed to be like, you know, this gonna be a good night.
Yeah.
Because y'all not just playing music, y'all rocking the crowd and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Me,
So,
he older too though.
yeah, he older. He don't look older, but he's older.
He 40. Once you 40, you older.
Yeah, hell yeah. So,
When you 40, you older in this world. Like, know what I'm
y'all
saying?
niggas is the old. Y'all saying the older. Happy 41st.
Happy
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, it's young first year over 40.
That's George old
You know what
now.
I'm saying?
I like that. First year
First year over the hill.
Because when you 40, you seen transitions of what been going on in the world. You seen no MySpace. You seen MySpace. You seen Nokia phones. Then you see the smartphone. Then you see internet. You see some shit.
You see that shit?
Like-
Ooh, hell yeah.
Bluetooth.
30s, you ain't never seen Nokia phones.
You on the first shit.
You ain't never seen those shit. Like, so when you 40,
Star Attack.
you see some shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. I agree.
Even if you was a little nigga, you see some shit at 40, nigga.
Yeah.
Say some shit.
Trust.
This is my 40th year. This is my 40th year on the planet. And I definitely seen some shit
You
change.
see me?
I seen it from
seen
yeah,
you.
Hell yeah.
So I'm older and
how
see
it
the
live.
shit that you didn't see from the.
I grew up on you.
I grew up on you.
Yeah, like that's why I say I'm like the last of
We
my
used to do the young
of my
Thompson
kind.
Street niggas from back in the early 90s. You know what I'm saying?
For the one time.
We were
We're not ending the podcast. We just
We were
want to
watching.
OGT act.
We've been watching Salute and,
OGT Street.
You know what I'm saying? When I was young, I tried to get Larry to let me in the jump. I came in the jump a couple times like young boy. You know what I'm saying? Lying
So
out.
you stayed in the jump.
Have my ID out in the
stayed in
crib.
the
Young stayed up in the jump. But you know what I'm saying? I seen you in the spots. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying.
Jump was early in my career, man.
But you went from that to you opened up for like hosted for some big names. Like you went from the jump to hosted for like what's some of the biggest names? Some of the coolest people like you met.
DJ what I just met. See,
DJ,
film game and
DJ
DJ game is different.
DJ they parties or whatever. You know what I'm saying? In the last few years.
It was just cool and fun. Jadakiss is I have the most fun with Jadakiss. Out of famous people, out of famous people when it come down to rap, I got the best chemistry with. I've had the best chemistry with him.
Yeah.
Styles P and KRS once before. It was a great chemistry.
Right.
I took over his show because DJ he was at fucking Toe's place.
And somebody hit him in the fucking face with some shit, right?
That was that same day.
That's the same day? Yo, y'all niggas is tripe. Whoever did that shit, yo, my
Got
nigga.
beat up. The nigga got beat up.
Oh, you got beat up?
Fans beat him up.
Man.
The fucking
fucking with the teacher.
Yo, the shit was crazy.
Niggas threw something at the
They
teacher.
threw some. Karen said, "Who done that?" They started beating the nigga up. Karen said, "No, don't do that to him. Just teacher. No, he the teacher.
Yeah, the teacher.
He don't know no better. No, he all right. I said, yo,
See,
listen to the funny shit.
maybe niggas riding for the teacher, right?
I'm leaving in the club. After the club, the nigga hold his eyes.
That's Big Bro.
I ain't say no more.
Biggie B, man, I ain't even do that shit. Biggie B, that wasn't me that threw the shit. The nigga, I was walking down, the nigga was holding his eyes going, Biggie, you gotta do that shit, man. I said, what happened? He said, hey, niggas thought I was the one that do that shit. He was scared to leave.
As you should.
But what happened was...
Somebody threw a bottle at the teacher, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
That was early in the show.
That's a bad look.
Later on in the show, KRS wanted to do a cipher.
Yeah.
So we started asking where all the MCs at or whatever. He pulled some MCs out off his, that grabbed niggas from off the audience.
Yeah.
He told the DJ to drop a beat. The DJ didn't have, the DJ started fucking up. But mind you, his DJ started fucking up, yo.
Yeah. Oh, his DJ.
His DJ started fucking up. Before KRS got on, my man Birdie said he came in with Brucey B. Not Brucey B. Busy B. Not Busy B. Busy B. Came in with Busy B.
Okay, Busy B, yeah.
He came in with, he got dreads now, so he came in with Busy B. So I was over there fucking that Toes place up. And Birdie was like, hey, look, nigga Busy B over here looking at you. I come behind, I started going crazy on that motherfucker. The crowd going crazy. Nigga Busy B was over there looking at me like the house DJ going crazy. Yeah. I got off that shit. Yeah. You know, I'm talking the shit. Y'all ready for KRS-One? Make some motherfucking noise. Shut that shit up, right off the motherfucking stage down. KRS-One DJ come there. He ain't looking like me. That nigga ain't looking like me.
That's fucking good.
Nigga not looking like me. If it wasn't for KRS, because he just got up there with dead air just standing there. KRS gotta come out and hype the shit. He just basically playing the records for
he murdered
KRS.
that shit. Left that shit like
KRS had the cypher going on. He wanted to do a cypher. Told the DJ to throw on some beats.
Okay.
DJ started fucking up. KRS said, man, where's that house DJ?
Motherfucker said, the realest.
Where's that house DJ?
Huh?
I was looking, motherfucker looked at me, he's like, yo, you know, the Cold Toes got that little shit upstairs, that little balcony shit. I was sitting up there, had my Crate of Records in my book bag and shit. Nigga said, I had a Crate of Records and I had a book bag. He said, where's that house DJ? I got that motherfucker ASAP. I got out to the motherfucking crowd, I had shit up, I had my shit ready. I was on go. I got plenty of more shit I can play, like, know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said, I moved his DJ right on over. His DJ was like, he said, it's a house DJ. He said, let him do. I got up there. They got on stage. I got up there. I grabbed my headphones. It's a house DJ. You ready? I was like, yes. Started playing the beats. That nigga started flowing. It was on. It was fucking on. The cypher was going. I don't know who the niggas was. I remember Dooley was in that cypher though.
Okay, Dooley was.
I remember Dooley was the only really nigga from New Haven. Cause I was looking at bad niggas from New Haven that used to rap at that time. And I'm DJing and he was going, where the MCs at? Let's set the battle, set the cypher off. Let's see where the MCs can. Rest want to smoke. Cause he gonna freestyle. He freestyle, like, you know what I'm saying?
My first time in New Haven was doing a show with KRS when I wasn't even living out here. We came out here, we did a show with him. I was working with Dinnerland at the time. Came out here, did a show with him at Toad's place. And at one point, like, he's going, he looks back, and it wasn't this occasion at all, but he looks back and it was like while he's waiting for the song to play, he's looking at the DJ, the song's not playing, he starts rapping. And while he's rapping, he starts rapping about who was at the crowd. Like somebody was in the crowd, he threw them into the freestyle.
Yeah, he
threw
do
the
that.
clock. He was like, ain't no way I could wait. Shit, man. I got till 12:30. It's only 11:58.
That's not it,
right? Like he was wild.
His battery don't run out.
No, at all.
Yeah,
At all. He's different, bro. He's different.
Yeah. So now, Jadakiss is probably, I get the best chemistry so far with Jadakiss when it comes down like all rappers.
Love DJs.
Styles P too. Because I kind of like, I kind of like know how they, I've been around them dudes, so I've been at their shows, I know how they want it.
Yeah.
And I'm hip hop, so I just flow like how
I've been
they want
for a
it.
year. They gave me a New Haven vibe. Like, it's I think it's compatible cities. Like, not the same vibe, but it's just
small.
It's similar.
And they love it here anyway. They say it on the
Styles P too though. I done shit with Styles P.
They told me not to go certain places, and I was like, yo, I got more with everybody. Like on the South End, I was up and down South Main Street. I got him, you know what I'm saying? Nigga was like good to me. I was chilling out there.
Yeah, that's
bro.
the same nigga that's telling you that he into some shit.
Yeah.
I feel like real artists get in tune with the DJ. Like the real artists, like whenever we do like certain shows with balls and everything, like balls on I-95, when we do certain shows with artists, it's like I sit there sometimes and I realize like, yo, those real like seasoned artists that's been here for a while, they're gonna sit here, they have that extra conversation with the DJ. They shout the DJ out in the middle of their freestyle, like kind of things like that, and you sit there and you're like, man, this is different. Like we did a show where it wasn't like an actual like a performance kind of show, but Jadakiss was hosting like a pop-up show. One of the DJs from Balls on I-95, who was DJ E1, he was in there actually DJing the event. When Jadakiss walked in with Nino, man, he's sitting down, bro, and his food is getting to him, and they put the plate in front of him, and I'll never forget it, bro. He put the plate to the side, got up, walked all the way to E1, and he's like, yo, son, this is my shit. Niggas never spit this. Gave E1 a pound. Boom, kept it pushing back, but like kept fucking with E1. Like you run into those certain artists that fuck with it, like, and my main question leading on that is when you run into those certain artists, so you're kind of running into a point where, like you said when you become 50, you don't want to do this shit.
Yeah.
When it comes to the DJs that are actually doing it right now, because there's a lot of DJs, rest in peace, DJ Jewels, man, big time. DJ Jewels used to be one of the ones that I used to see always being like big time for the city. But right now, like I see DJ Rome, I see DJ E1, and DJ R Nice. Like there's a couple of more that I'm forgetting, bro. I'm sorry, but like those are the ones that I see like outside. You have any, and y'all fucking it up. There's no not.
I taught R Nice.
Did you?
R Nice, one of my students.
R Nice was there a live show. He did the Saigon show.
R Nice, that's a student that I'm very.
Nice,
That's a
dope.
student I'm proud of.
Shout out to all nice. He did do the Saigon.
He did the Saigon show. Big out of R Nice.
He killed that.
He's a man now. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of him.
Nah,
Oh yeah, that's probably the movie. Yeah.
So with that, like,
dope.
one thing I always want to know is like, again, and then from the town, what kind of advice would you give them? Because you've been outside, you've done different things, and like, what kind of advice would you give the DJ from CT to still give that? I'm a rep CT everywhere I go, but I still want to spin in that lane. I still want to spin here. I still want to spin here. What kind of advice would you give them now that you wish somebody would have gave you back then when you first started?
The best kind of advice I can tell them now is shadow me. And suck up the game.
Who started that slow hand clap? That was on the money. That was on point.
The best advice is shadow me.
Yeah.
Get what you can get from me, suck up some game,
Yeah.
and then grab my clientele. Especially if I'm on the way out the door.
Yeah.
Who's the DJs you
So
see coming
that's
up
equivalent
now?
to passing the drug phone back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why not? That's the perfect, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So who's the DJs you see right now from the city that, well, not from the city, from the state, that you see can actually do?
To the next level, that's
Yeah.
DJ Perfect, DJ Easy, DJ Bam, the young niggas coming up, DJ Hammer, DJ Ty Ty. I feel like, no disrespect to the old school DJs, I don't think the old school DJs are gonna grow any bigger. They just don't have it in them. I think out of me and Craig G, we probably the last of the old school niggas that actually will try to stay in tune to today's times.
You still play the young boy shit. You still play.
The old DJ's not gonna get no bigger
Yeah.
because he's not putting himself in the market. That's bigger.
I don't want to hear
Now I'm
that.
saying the last old school DJ that probably would go bigger if I decide to would be me. No salt, no shade to no other nigga, but no nigga want to be flying out to Atlanta, chucking and jiving and kicking it with not no old school niggas. See, niggas can't. Niggas got families and home and niggas ain't got no money. Niggas that do got money ain't got the time because they get their money doing other shit. It ain't DJing. They probably work for the city or some shit like that or fucking. Yeah, they can't afford to go to fucking North Carolina because they'll get fired. From it, you can't leave the job.
Nigga ain't got no days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody really can do that shit.
Yeah.
I'm the last.
Yeah.
Craig G can't even do it. If Craig G wasn't on the radio,
Craig G
He would have to only survive. Craig G can still do it because he's on the radio, and he's still got his phone.
Yeah.
His phone is still powerful, and he's actually on the radio to stay relevant with today.
Yeah.
But if he wasn't on the radio, he probably wouldn't even give a fuck about today because he'd just be worried about weddings and shit. Like, so I would say, like, me and Craig G, probably the only old school niggas that can take it to the next level if we decided to do that. From in Connecticut. I don't see no disrespect to no other old school niggas, because I respect everybody that get busy, but it's like kind of impossible. If you over there messing with Annie Mae over here, and you gotta pick up your kid from the daycare over there, and then you gotta go punch in the clock every day over there, it's impossible for you to be chucking and jiving over there with Khaled and all them niggas. It's impossible. How the fuck you gonna go down there and be in the NAACP all weekend like you can do that shit? Boss man at the job gonna be going, you know, your spot be took in next week. By the time you get off vacation, you be forced to motherfucking DJ, nigga. Nigga don't wanna risk that shit. Nigga get scared, I know, cause I work 9 to 5 and I know I don't wanna risk it.
Yeah.
I just got a little bit of youth in me. I work 9 to 5, but my 9 to 5 kept me alive, kept my medical and all that shit. And DJ is what made me not have to sell drugs to add on top of my 95. Because I come up from getting fast money.
See that?
Thousands and thousands of dollars a week. So leaving the drug game, getting into a working a 9 to 5, construction, you make good money, but to get it fat, you got a DJ, I can hustle over there, that with my construction.
See that?
I can look like a drug dealer if I want.
See that? See that? That's the game right there.
I can go get me a whip, I want. I can go get me a whip.
That's the game right there. That's the gem. That's the gem.
At the end of the day, you gotta survive. DJ always gonna be able to eat off DJ. Even when I say I'm gonna retire, I'm not gonna all the way retire. I might be doing the line dance motherfucking shit if I want to chuck and jive and shit. The line dance show with grandma and them or some shit like that. Because
the beat shit like that.
I'm pushing 50, man. Listen, I'm pushing 50. I'm pushing 50 and you gotta keep it real, man. Once you're 70, anything after 70 is the countdown to death.
That's
so I really only got 20 strong in me.
Yeah, especially us.
If I'm pushing 50, by the time you figure once 50 get here, you got 20 strong. Once you're 70, death is knocking at the door. Whether you go from 70 to 100, 70 to 80, death is.
Black man in America is like 70.
So I'm trying to set my foundation for my kids and all that shit, where they don't have to struggle like I struggle. I want my kids to be in position where they ain't fighting at my funeral trying to figure out who gonna get this money. Who trying to get the car and all this dumb shit. Who got his car, who got his chain and all of it. Or this motherfucker didn't pitch in or fuck him because he didn't pitch in for the funeral. I don't want all that shit. I want to die old man. When my motherfucker go, oh now dad's funeral's gonna be such and such and whoa. And everybody got a shitload of fucking money. I want everybody to be set up like, I got 20 years to do that shit. And DJ ain't gonna do it unless I go Khaled or like the big time house DJ shit. And I really don't got what's working with me with the house thing, real estate, construction. Is my
let's talk more.
It's my ending chapter.
Let's talk more about that. So, what exactly is you have an investment fund, right? Investment.
Ghost and Investment Group. Me and my wife.
Investment Group. Okay. So explain that for the people. What exactly does a Goldman Investment Group do?
What Ghost and Investment Group is now, where we at now, we into buying, flipping, and renting houses. We got a small chain of houses right now. We just starting out. Last year. We got a nice small chain of houses. I figure within 10 years, within 10 years, we're gonna be. I want to be big as Manny Management in 10 years. That's how I want my ending chapter to be.
I know Manny Management.
I don't want to be Manny Management, but I want to be big as Manny Management in 10 years. And even if I'm not that big, if I die right now, my kids is gonna be okay. But I want them to be like all the way okay, like it's all in your hands. you got to be the biggest fuck up to fuck that up. Like, you got to motherfucker. Put it this way, I want my kids so rich that you'll die from ODing before you fucking spend the money. If you fuck with drugs. If you fuck with drugs, you like too much money to like you understand what I'm saying? Like drugs, like so much money. Like a lot of celebrities had drugs, but they ain't get broke. They ain't got no way broke. Like fucking Michael Jackson was on drugs, but he wasn't broke.
Michael Jackson wasn't broke at all.
He was on fucking drugs. He died from drugs. Not saying that somebody died from drugs, but he was so rich. He had so much money that the drugs killed him, not before his money was gone. Cause you know it's different between you got a couple of 100,000, you got 100,000, you on drugs, you smoke 100,000 like it ain't shit. A motherfucker,
smoking a billion.
basically can smoke 100,000. 3-4 months, they got 100,000 for that.
3-4 months.
2 months. 2 months, they can start renting the car and everything.
Word.
I got a question.
Rent the car in the hood, right?
I got a question over something you just said before we got into the goals and investment. You said unless you go to Cali, bro, you don't see you ain't trying to do this.
I don't see me getting on the next level unless I luckily have a rapper single blow up, I produce it or whatever.
Right.
But that's just fun shit I'm doing. I'm not spending my bag or too much time doing that shit because I don't got enough time to be wasted. Like I said, I got 20 years.
Oh, I understand that, but what my question is, with everything you've done, because you've ran into a lot of people, you've worked with millions of people, famous now, people that are still hood famous. What stopped you from doing that when that would have been something you would have been more focused on? What stopped you from going that route then?
Well,
like being the DJ that's putting out albums instead of mixtapes.
Well, professionally, I really just started making beats. I mean, back in the days, I made beats, but I wasn't really.
Okay.
I wasn't my producer. Back when I was rapping, I had 2 producers.
It's like 2000.
I used to just try to fuck around. I made a few beats. That was I squeezed lemon juice out of a rock. But I can't call myself a producer from back then.
Got you.
But I squeezed lemon juice out of a rock and made some hot shit.
I call him a producer.
But that ain't my thing.
I called him a producer in the beginning.
I can produce now.
Yeah, in the beginning I called him a producer because I see him take like challenges, making beats. He's like, yo, I might just start producing again. And I know.
I don't think
I remember one time. I think it was after how we
He doesn't make none of the beats. He's puffy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's still a producer too.
But that's what I'm saying. What stopped you from doing that?
Nah, he's always experimenting. I remember him experimenting.
Well,
because I know you've known 100 rappers.
Yeah, you remember?
Kind of did do
Yeah,
that.
experiment with beats right after.
Yeah, I've done that locally, but for the same reason I told you it's impossible for them other old school niggas to get on and take it to the next level. Because I know I'm the hardest motherfucking worker out this motherfuckers, and I work.
Right.
So I know it's impossible because a nigga don't got that enough time in the day. Because at the end of the day, like I said, nigga get scared.
Yeah.
Nigga working this construction, bringing $1,200 home a week, and got his DJ hustle. Nigga don't want to risk that. So a nigga don't got time to be learning how to produce.
Gotcha.
That shit take hours.
Producing is more than just
studying. You gotta study and shit. You gotta study. You gotta actually go online, listen to this nigga to teach. You gotta go through tutorials.
That's okay.
Or you gotta have a hands-on person to actually show you some shit. Or you gotta go through a shitload of tutorials.
Just had the creative process.
That's time. I don't got enough time in the day to be sitting home 5 hours when I gotta play with my fucking daughter, and then I gotta go get my playlist for my DJ shit tonight. Then I gotta clock in the motherfucking morning. I don't got time to teach myself how to produce. COVID, I had time to teach myself how to produce. COVID came, I wasn't working. I said, you know what, I'm gonna teach myself, I got time. I'm gonna look at some tutorials. I'm gonna teach myself how to work this shit. And I taught myself I got an ear, and I taught myself how to work. So now, I probably could do that, but that ain't my passion now. Because I got a taste of the real estate.
Yeah. So that real estate
so now,
is good.
Don't get it twisted.
Tell the people.
Real estate is plentiful. It's very good. Real estate is something that rappers get into. after they made their money. Most rappers, if they smart, if the smart rapper get on, they jump into, because they can't be a rapper forever unless you just that. Different. I'm not even gonna say dope. Plan, right? Different.
Yeah. No retirement plan for rappers.
Busta Rhymes, I'm not gonna say he the dopest, but he's different.
Yeah.
So he can always sell a package once every 3 years or do a show. Yeah. Because he's different. He has a hardcore fan base. Like Drake is different. Yeah. Jay-Z's different. Q-Tip is different. You understand what I'm saying? He can still make some fucking phone calls. Now Q-Tip can still make a phone call right now with some rock and roll motherfucker and do some different musical shit because he's different enough to broaden his horizons, to do some house shit if he gotta do some whatever, country shit, whatever he gotta do. He's musically inclined to be different to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Jump into that lane with him just because.
Yeah, like you can't rap. To be honest with you, man, rap ain't the thing to get into. I hate to say it, man. I hate to fucking say it, man, but you have the NBA. How many people they let in the league a year?
Well, it's like how many percent?
244.
Yeah, 200 some change.
Damn.
A year?
Yeah, that's what
they draft.
Damn, that ain't shit.
But
all right,
well, no, 200 some changes between drafted and undrafted.
All right, so put it this way.
But that's not just the United States. That's out of the country.
Right, no, fact.
You got 200. You got 200 people in the world that they let on in basketball, right? They don't got 200 rappers they let in a year.
Well,
that's hot.
It's hard to get a rapper.
It's a million rappers trying to get on, but it's not 200 stars that's birthed a year. And you got people all over the fucking world rapping now, not just United States. You got them 100 niggas in Marcy Project. You got them 20 niggas in Marcy Projects, be rightful. 20 niggas in all the projects in New York. But all the niggas is dope. So the competition margin is making them doper. Then you go to Philly when you get niggas that's dope. So the nigga that's trying to rap, he's forced to be dope. Then you got the country niggas that's dope in their way, and then you got all the type of niggas being dope in their way. Then you got there's so many dope niggas coming out, millions of motherfuckers all over the world. They don't let 200 niggas in a year. But then you got NBA got more than 200 niggas that get on a year. So the statistics of rap, they're giving out.
The numbers ain't looking too good.
They're giving out 100,000 songs free on SoundCloud or YouTube a day. I don't know the numbers, but probably at least 10,000. You understand what I'm saying? Or more. So what makes you, Mr. Dope? Why I want to listen to you, Mr. Dope rapper? Who the fuck is you?
You know, I've seen you be very, I wouldn't say critical.
I'm just keeping it real, bro.
I see you very honest with the artists, like especially on social media. You be dropping bombs on niggas, and I'm seeing niggas put their whole heads is cracking, like boom, but you be telling the truth. And you like, tell these little artists, like, they be blaming the DJs all the time.
Man, you can't get all this yourself. It ain't the DJ, it ain't none of that shit, it's yourself because your hustle ain't right. And I'm telling you right now, with over 1 million niggas trying to get on and rap, what makes you better, Mr. Dope nigga? You better be the new guy.
The new guy.
Who the fuck is the new guy?
Who the hell is
because that's only how you gonna get on.
The new guy. Yo, the new guy. Who's the new guy? Who's the new guy? Tease Who's the new guy? Tease dropping tomorrow.
Better be the new guy.
I'd ask you crib tomorrow.
Who's the new guy? Tease dropping tomorrow. First T goes to you.
So basically that philosophy never changed from back in the day. That's what
you have to be different than everybody and dope. You ain't gotta be better than everybody, but you gotta be different and dope. You ain't gotta be better. Be honest with you, scratching wise, Shorty Trip would have bust my ass when I was battling. Scratching wise, but you know what? I'm different. I'm dope and I'm different, nigga. Now I'm oh shit. I'm southpaw on your ass, nigga.
Yeah.
You fight like everybody else from southpaw. Fuck that.
I love this shit, man.
Gotta be different and dope.
Gotta be different.
To stand out.
So now you, like I told you, I see you, like, get an artist. That's the only advice you got for these artists. I see you going.
Rap artists? I thought you said DJs earlier.
No, I said rap artists because I've seen in the last couple of years you talk directly to the artists and some niggas felt some type of way. And I know you're the type of nigga to be like right back.
Rap artists, if you can't.
Nigga don't listen.
Rap artists, you have to, for rap artists, you ain't smart enough to get a manager with some game, you better have some fucking game. So that's the number one thing for a rap artist. The first thing for a rap artist, keep it real with yourself. If you don't know the game, get with somebody that halfway know the game and let them be your manager. Because the skills is only halfway where you need to be something in the rap industry.
Jim.
The skills will keep you on. Because you're different and your skills can produce the shit to keep feeding people. But to get on, you don't have to be the best. You just have to be dope and different. And you have to know how to move. And if you don't know how to move, get a manager that believes in you. They don't have to be for the streets, or they can be for the streets. Get a manager that believes in you and halfway know the game. And willing to know the game, willing to be humble enough to learn the game instead of just trying to cutthroat and act like they know the game at the wrong time. A manager has to be somebody that has to shake and bake and know how to move.
Yeah, I know y'all see that a lot.
Know how to turn it up and how to turn it down. This motherfucker, you might gotta kick the shit. Oh yeah, I'm the biggest, baddest motherfucker, whoa, 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 and you get the shit what you want. Some shit you gotta go, yo man, how can I kick with you? Could you show me how to do that, man? I'm trying to learn that, man. I got an artist, man. It might be something for you too. We get on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You guys gotta know how to pitch yourself. I got some money for us. See, when you say for us, nigga get used to conversation.
That's different. Yeah.
I got some money for us, man.
Yeah, it's that nigga asking for favors.
But I don't really know everything. I know you probably know a little bit more than me, but I got this nigga over here, whoa, 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 for manager kicking it with that nigga. He ain't gotta sell his soul. But even if he's just doing that just to get some juice, you gotta be a con artist.
Oh yeah.
Or you gotta be slick as a con artist.
Slick, at least creative, you know?
Because the game is filled now with cons. The rap game ain't nothing but a bunch of con shit. Motherfucker acting like they gay, a motherfucker gay acting like they not gay, a motherfucker acting like they a stripper, ain't a stripper, motherfucker a church boy acting like he a thug, the thug nigga want to get the church boy. Everything's a fucking con in the rap game now. Damn. Nobody's being their fucking self.
Talk to these niggas.
Jam, we talking to niggas right now.
So if you ain't got a manager that just got a gift of gab and believe in you, first you gotta get that manager. Then after you get that manager, you have to understand to be dope and different. You can't be rapping like Meek Mills. You can't be rapping like Moneybagg Yo. You have to be different. Or even if you don't, and you remixing some shit. Like the game could use a Tribe Called Quest right now.
Yeah. Remix some shit.
They could use a song like Everyday People right now. Say, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, everyday people. Rapper, they can use that in the rap game now. And you get on like the nigga, the gay nigga.
Niggas sampling anything right now.
What's the gay nigga? Nas. What's the shit he came out with?
Nas X.
What's the song he came out with first?
Hotel
Road. Different. Some country shit.
Black dude.
Everybody can listen to.
Yeah.
You a rapper right now, you come out right now with some fucking
wild shit.
Black Lives Matter out right now, you come out with the bone in your nose and you talk about everyday people, some shit like that, a song that's just good and grab everywhere.
I feel good song.
But rappers, everybody want to be like somebody and they don't want to try to be themselves or do something dope and different and it fucks them up. Like, there's plenty of room to make, before I get high,
Yeah.
You're rich right now.
There's plenty of room to do something dumb like that.
Afro Man rich right now.
But the lyric nigga, you can't tell that nigga that. That nigga curse you the fuck out.
Facts.
Ain't gonna hold you. That's a fact.
I'm not doing that.
That's a fact.
Yo, so it's
I'm
not
gonna
playing
fuck out.
with you.
Don't tell me to do that shit.
Yo,
The lyric nigga gonna curse you the fuck out.
Yeah.
You ain't
But
lying.
instead of listening to his manager, gonna go, Biggie, listen to Puffy.
Yeah.
Puffy said, please just give me this song.
I'm gonna let you wild though.
Just give me that song over that beat. When he brought that studio song to the studio, because of this soft ass shit,
Niggas
man.
start laughing, right?
Soft ass
What the fuck
because
is
he
this?
listened.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot, man.
That's juicy. Niggas start laughing.
You gotta give it a shot, man. You gotta do Funk That,
Yeah.
Funk that?
bunch of different
Fuck
shit.
that, nigga. You
Fuck
remember fuck
that?
that? What you looking at?
You gotta
Fuck
do
that. Get
shit
off
like
my face.
Shit like that.
On my face.
Like, see, if I was to get on right now, don't get it twisted. When I'm 50, after my real estate shit get more plentiful, I might have a little bit of time, and I might fuck around and come out on some fucking Flow Rider,
No, some shit.
stupid songs,
Making hits.
stupid house songs,
Go straight for the smash.
Vanilla Ice songs, I Got the Power, and Ice Baby, them type of tempo songs,
But
beats, Will Smith, get jiggy with it, shit like that. I'll do some shit like that.
Like, you see what happened with,
Come off.
with Khalees, with the motherfucking Beyonce shit, right? The clear miscalculation of the game. Like, she sampled the milkshake shit.
But Khalees is salty.
And Shorty came back. But
Always.
Shorty don't own the track.
But I said they say she don't own nothing
She
about
don't own the
that.
track. 'cause she ain't go the
Beyonce
right-
sent her a
she-
check.
She ain't go the right route. So she ain't know, because she don't know the game.
She talked her shit wrong.
She killed herself.
That's because she used to get that child support from Nas and all that shit.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
got some money.
Blah, blah, blah.
Jumped on the net.
Yeah.
Spoiled that check. So
She
Beyonce though.
She ain't never really hit rock bottom since she got on.
Yeah.
She never hit rock
She got
bottom.
brands and shit.
She might not be no millionaire, but
Yeah.
she don't need for nothing.
Nah, she got
She's
shit.
driving a nice car. She's living in a fucking nice wherever she's living in.
Yeah.
She got
And
Esco
her,
baby.
she ain't need no groceries. Her life is
That
straight.
baby ain't a baby no more.
She got
That baby ain't a baby no more.
She got Esco baby.
No.
That baby grown.
She's trying to make us hate Esco.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, she
Yeah.
probably somewhere in
Child
Virginia
support
house
probably
paid
old.
for.
Yeah.
Khalees let Nas.
She did
Bro.
something dirty because she didn't understand it.
But at the end of the
Can't
day,
believe
she
she
ain't
let
gonna
Nas
she ain't
down.
gonna need
She let
she ain't the
Nas down.
average broke
Nah, she don't
motherfucker.
need that shit.
She got a house or two under her name,
Yeah.
bro, and she's living her life.
Yeah.
She got
She
groceries.
got a couple
She's on a
stores.
fixed income.
Yeah.
She's eating her groceries. She's living home, chilling. She's straight.
It's a fact.
That's a fact. But I'm just saying, like you said, you could sample these. It's an easy sample thing. You'll get the sample cleared. If you look at nowadays, niggas sampling Fantasy from 90-something.
Or don't making it over.
Our whole
Making it
era,
over.
they sampling that whole 90-something.
Taking the ideals. Well, I tell rappers to do this shit all the fucking time. Nobody listens. I got a son that's nasty as fuck. He got to do his own way. I get it. He's dope in his way too. I can't knock the way he do his shit, but I just know, I know how to get a bag over here doing some different shit like. But you can't twist an art because they fighting with the art.
Yeah.
See, when a motherfucker's a real artist, you can't really fight with they fucking art.
It's
It's personal.
It's personal, too personal.
It's a war with the art.
When an artist know how to convert into a business person,
Yeah,
that's when they go to the next level.
yeah.
If you fight with the art always have to be natural, but you always have to be open to try something different, yo. If your manager is telling you to do the shit,
Yeah.
if your manager's saying, yo, Master P and them niggas, let's put it this way, a Tom Sawyer lyric nigga. Let's just say QC was looking for him. Tom Sawyer's a lyric nigga. He can easily make one of them trap shit. Let me see you trap. He ain't gonna do it though.
Oh, he'll do it.
He doesn't know.
Have you heard the race?
I'm just
Have you heard the race?
I know what you're trying to say. People that are strictly
those are
lyricists, or they stuck to the art.
Yeah.
It really is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the person-
Well, you a little older too though.
Cause he wins the race.
He a little older.
Let me tell you. Remember when I said
How old is you now? See, he a little
Oh,
older.
he coming up.
But you take a nigga, my bad. You take a nigga in their 20s.
Yeah, they ain't doing that shit.
You take a nigga in their 20s because he know better. 20 years ago, he's saying fuck you, Biggie B. Probably.
I was doing all kinds of shit. I was rapping backwards, forwards, all kinds of shit. I
Yeah, you're a different artist.
Yeah,
But most,
he's the artist. He like the artist.
alright,
But most of
bad example.
Yeah.
You take a Pat Poose,
Yeah.
you take a
Paps up to
a
his-
Jada Kiss.
Yeah.
You take a Jada Kiss, you take a Pat Poose, you take a Redman, you take all these niggas, right, and you tell them to make some fucking watered down trap shit. They gonna fight themselves because it's their art.
Yeah, they can't. If the artist.
It's not their
fuck
artistry.
with them.
They don't even feel right doing this shit. They like, man. Every time I write my art, like an artist, when you painting and you got your way you do it, you
Can't have nobody tell you how to do that shit.
That's me.
doing your
That's me,
shit.
That's me.
Now you gotta
You
do
doing
it
your
on
shit your
concrete.
way.
Now you gotta do it on a concrete wall.
That's me.
It's like if you a boxer
Yeah.
and you a fucking martial artist and you fight a certain way and a nigga just telling you to be a Samoan wrestler. You like, man, damn, that ain't my fucking style. I'm used to kicking this shit. Like, it takes you out your element. Even though it should be the easiest element for you. But niggas get twisted. I see it I see it all the time with lyric niggas locally.
I'm just getting over that. Can't front.
Nigga don't want to do that. Nigga don't want to do that shit.
I'm just getting over. I can't front.
I was like one of the only niggas in my crew. I used to always have to come up with the hooks and ideas.
Yeah, that's be the hardest shit.
Niggas be caught up. I always been a producer.
Nigga,
I just never actually made the beats. I always been a nigga go, yo, we should rhyme over this R&B beat, do this. I always had ideals and creativity.
And niggas don't know that's called a producer.
That's producing.
I always did that.
A lot of niggas don't know that's a producer.
A lot of people like
Producer
mix
makes
up
a hit.
producer and engineer a lot. Like,
And
producer-
that's why I asked the
I
question.
choreographer too.
But that's why I asked the question I asked, because producing is way more than just making
Yeah,
beats. Like you could put
set the shows up too.
Right, you can put the records together. Like, yo, I want you on the same track, whether or not it's you making the beat, purchasing the beat,
And the
producing is producing.
And my other thing I can tell artists is get your show right. Be ready, because we only see the wizard once. And if you on a yellow brick road and you see the wizard, and you get to clap your motherfucking heels to make that wish, you better be ready to make that one wish you got, nigga. Or you might not catch another one for long. I know because I fucked up. I've been on the yellow brick road a few different times with different shit. And I know once you see the wizard, you gotta turn the wizard on.
Hell yeah, ASAP. I remember a couple times I seen niggas fuck up. I fucked
Definitely
up.
seen the wizard.
I fucked up a couple times coming out. That shit hurt, but that shit you get new muscle.
Yeah.
That's a new
Now,
muscle right there.
when a rapper now have to jog and rap, you have to do jumping jacks and rap. You have to have breath control for your show. You have to have your show that you're gonna do doing jumping jacks, rapping that shit. So when you running around stage, jumping around, and doing all that shit the young niggas do, you have to have that control. You can't be sound like you got asthma on your rap because you dance. You might not be a dancer, but by the time you smoked all your motherfucking blunts and you ran around and jumped around, thinking you Tory Lanez and shit. And next thing you know, you can't say the rhyme that you know.
Because your heart about to explode.
Yeah, you got to fucking drop that.
I personally cannot.
He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth.
Rappers,
You
you tell rappers to rehearse, they think they too cool to rehearse.
Yeah.
Gotta have your show right. Gotta have a manager.
Yeah.
And you gotta be dope and different. Them are the only things you need.
Dope and different. And your show right have a manager and be dope and different. So y'all write that shit down.
Dope and different.
D&D.
Manager.
Something different.
And motherfucking have your show right.
How you show right.
Because it might be a time where it might be that block jam.
Yeah.
You a studio rapper, you used to fucking punch it in. It might be that fucking block jam when it might be big wigs might be in a building.
You ready?
Or
Yeah,
fucking clothing line, a big clothing line might be in the building. It might see the love. Blogger might be in the building.
Icarus brand clothing just
Icarus brand.
One more time for George Young, man.
No.
Best clothing designers in CT.
You never know. You right. You gotta be ready, so you never gotta get ready. That's old school.
What else? Let's jump to something else.
No,
Okay.
before we sign off, one of my biggest, like, for you, bro, one of my biggest questions for you is, I've seen DJs line up with certain artists, especially like in certain states. They're like, "Oh, this is my DJ anytime I do a performance." "Oh, this is my DJ anywhere I go." How important is that still in this era now, in 2022? How important is it for artists to be lined up with a DJ? Whether it's for shows, their mixtapes, things like that. How important is that still in this year?
Well, it's a plus if an artist have a DJ, because it's gonna give their package just that much. Even if the artist gotta tell the DJ how they want the show to do. Like I was always a visionary. A lot of times I didn't have a DJ for my show, so I made a show tape, but I'm in DJ mode making the show tape right. You know what I'm saying? A rapper gotta have somebody, if they don't have the DJ next to them, they have to have that one accountable guy that's always there next to the DJ with the show tape. Go to the next one. Go to the next one now. Go to the next one. Now go to number 3. Go to number 3. Go to 3. Go to. You gotta have that guy.
On the team, he don't rap. He right next to DJ. Like,
see, rappers fucking up because everybody want to rap, bro.
Have a team.
Nobody want to hold the camera. Yeah. Nobody want to be over there saying.
Shout out to the shooters.
Shooters in the building.
Everybody want to jump in front of the rapper on the stage.
Everybody
want the benefits of the rapper, but don't want to put the rapper shit in rapper work in.
Right.
So
the
your
rapper
team,
is one guy.
A team is dope, but if you got a manager and rap, you good. Team is 100% better because the team is gonna put the extra work for you and the manager.
Right.
But the manager is gonna basically tell you, you need a team. The manager is gonna do that. The manager is gonna go, I gotta get Babalu over here, Mickey Boo over here, over here to do these different things. A manager knows how to balance your time and your schedule.
Yo, so I'm gonna swing into the nightclub. The DJ, he says the DJ and the artist. How about the DJ and the host? Because you and Big E got some wild chemistry. We gotta do shit. It goes down.
I'm Rick Jones.
You know what I'm saying? Rick Jones. Y'all really been like, y'all put on some shit for the city, especially around this whole pandemic, before and after. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all really like kept the city going.
Big Jones is a promoter.
Yeah.
He promoter / rapper. Big E is a host.
Big E's a host. A host.
Big E, I'm very comfortable with Big E because we have a chemistry. A lot of hype men, I don't really like to fuck with. I mean, I fuck with a few of them. I fuck with Big Reg. I fuck with Slade Washington, but the best chemistry I get with is with E because he knows when to stop and go.
He's a professional.
Not getting it twisted with the other niggas, but sometimes a nigga gets so much. The hype man got their job to do too. But Big E is comfortable enough to go off what I feed him unless I ask him where we should go. Sometimes I go, yo, where we should go? And he'll be like, shit, let's go to some R&B, man. The girls want to sing some shit, and then I'll go to that. Like, so sometimes we could do that. With other hosts, I really can't ask where to go, and sometimes hosts get in the way. They're good at what they do when they, especially if they're dealing with DJs that don't know they shit, because the hosts keep telling them what to play every 5 minutes. I don't need no nigga doing that to me because fuck my vibe up. I already know what to play. So vibe off me unless I ask you.
So he don't ever tell you what to play.
Where I need to go. With E, I just go.
And he matches the vibe.
He matches the vibe, or sometimes I be like, where should I go? And he'll be like, let's go to a lot of old heads in here. Let's go some old. Let's go some R. Kelly, some shit like that. I mean, whatever. Like Slade Washington can go like. They all do good. Big Reg do good. Huggy Bear do good. And Slade Washington do good. Them the only real hosts I know that really get busy in Connecticut. Slade Washington, Huggy Bear, and Big Reg when it come down to hosting. Besides Big E.
Big Reg get
well, all those hosts, sooner or later, one of them hosts is gonna try to tell me where to go or try to stop the music without asking me and just be like, yo, we're gonna go here. Don't do that to me, bro.
Yeah, you don't fuck with that shit.
You don't know if I'm ready or not, bro. Don't fuck shit up. Because if I'm not ready and you sitting there talking, I might be over here in this mode. Now it's gonna take me 3 minutes
So find this shit.
to organize right quick for you.
That's
When I'm flowing,
Yeah,
I can flow because I'm already thinking 15 minutes ahead of time.
yeah.
But if you just change my coordination up, I can get with you, but give me a moment. You just can't stop the motherfucking music. Go, yo, oh, where you feeling that shit? Give me some motherfucking R. Kelly.
Yeah.
You gotta give me a minute or two before you can tell me that.
You gotta
Yeah, I've
find
seen-
R. Kelly and what's following after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I've seen
I gotta organize.
I've seen you and Big E in the hot club, like out of town, out of bounds, and I'm out of bounds. And I'm like, yo, ain't no niggas and shit. And I'm like, Big E, I'm like, what the fuck these niggas doing up
Oh,
there?
they love us in Hartford.
Yo, niggas got that shit hopping.
Yeah, they love us in Hartford. Me and Big E.
On Fridays back in the day.
Big salute to
Yo,
Big Hoffman.
shout out to yo, listen. Fucking Hypnodrome back in the day.
Yeah.
Big E used to come up and Buck used to just be like, yo, give him the mic.
Yeah.
Because he already know he about to Big E get that shit. Like these
Yeah.
DJs be up there, not to disrespect nobody, but they be playing record after record after
They don't
record.
be down
And they don't
talking
like
shit.
to talk on the mic. So when Big E used to come up there, they just be like, huh? He be like, yo, yo, shit go fucking crazy. You would think this nigga was motherfucking Puff Daddy.
That's the shit.
Right.
That's the like I
Hands
said in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's the shit that I was doing with my DJing.
Right.
I didn't have Big E,
You
so
was
I
a
was
hype
my
man.
own hype man
Right.
and DJ.
Yeah.
So that's the flavor. I was giving that flavor
Back in the
then
day. Yeah.
when everybody else was just playing.
Yeah,
I
that's
started
what
giving
shit.
a whole different flavor. And then the nigga from the Alley Cat was doing sick too.
Alley Cat.
The
Who was
nigga
that?
Doc from the Alley Cat.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great
See, that's
hype
a
man. He's a
little
great
bit-
hype man
I was
too.
on the edge of that because I was sneaking in there, but I only got in there one time.
To be honest
one
with you,
time, my brother was cool with the
he the
bus.
first big hype man in Connecticut.
Bro,
To me.
yeah, that shit popping. That was his spot though. It was his gig, right?
Doc P was the
Yeah.
first hype man
Yeah,
I
shit
seen in
fucked up.
Connecticut.
Yeah, that shit fucked up.
They always had him DJ Reggie Bags back in the
Yeah.
days. He was talking cool shit, but Doc P,
Yeah,
Big E is like a new improved Doc P.
right.
The niggas that used to be in the Alley Cat, that nigga used to be
Yeah.
dope, man. I might take his shit and use it over.
Right.
Well, a lot of photographers use it now
Yeah.
when they do weddings and shit. Like a photographer have some shit, wave your hand, they'll have a sign. And they'll
Oh,
have their
yeah,
camera,
yeah, yeah,
and they'll have wave your hand. So
some gimmicks
when they
and
get the beat footage,
Yeah.
hi Teresa, happy congratulations. Everybody be waving and do shit
Yeah.
like that. But Doc P was the first hype man. That nigga used to have the fucking big fucking white signs with the thick magic marker. And he used to have like, throw your hands in the air or something, like he was talking this shit. You have to side up, motherfuckers be doing this shit. That
Everybody
he,
go
had.
crazy.
He had a little gimmick with him, like with his shit. It was dope.
Right.
He was dope, like.
The role of the DJ has changed throughout the years.
Yeah.
You don't really hear about that many like DJs like that. But y'all niggas was the type of people that go city to city. Those the type of people I respect. You go city to city when nobody know you and they accept the challenge. Take the challenge on, you know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like
They
even
don't do
back-
that now.
Yeah, they don't do
No,
that
I
shit.
feel like even back in
I
that
see.
era, it was one of those things where it's like that kind of shit is like, yo, I cannot email you, I cannot tag you, I cannot send this to you. I have
You
to
gotta come
go
out.
see you.
You gotta come
I
through,
gotta
right.
go to your club and go, yo,
Right.
Big Rocky Visions is out the building, man. I got Rocky.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that it's like you really
Right.
have to go there, and it's like whether you was doing the hand-to-hand or somebody else was doing it, the hand-to-hand had to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that shit was a big difference compared to what it is right
Oh,
now.
nah, it ain't really no hand to hand no more.
Nah.
Not like that. But that's what takes you over the top. When you buzzing and you streaming, you have to have at least a little bit of money to travel to be up in people's faces.
Yeah,
you gotta be outside.
So even right now, people gotta be in people's faces, right?
Like yeah, hell yeah. If you got streams and you killing them, and then they got the fucking car show going down there in Atlanta, and everybody from all over the country is there, and you ain't around taking pictures and smoking weed and drinking and hanging out with all of everybody that's outside, nigga, who the fuck is you?
Exactly.
I don't know you. You ain't outside. You gotta be outside because
Message.
you have to be more than a rapper to be a rapper. You have to be marketable. Whether you're doing something on TikTok, YouTube, whether you're doing your own 15 minutes of fame, you gotta be different. Like if a rapper come out right now and say, He's a rapper, but let's just say, just throw something right quick. A rapper come out right now and just say he want to talk about safe sex or some shit like that, like some shit like that. He wrap it up Wednesdays or some shit like that, and just be motherfucking interviewing some shit, interviewing somebody that caught AIDS or some shit. But he a rapper. If he's a conscious rapper, and he do wrap it up Wednesdays, and every Wednesday he have a story of somebody how they caught a disease. And you got that shit on fucking YouTube right now. A chick talking about how she got burnt by the fucking drug dealer nigga or some shit like that. Everybody's gonna look at that shit.
I was about to say, everybody's gonna subscribe to that.
Somebody's about to take that shit.
But if you're a rapper, I'm just saying, you gotta think of the box. If you're a conscious rapper, and you don't do wrap it up Wednesdays or some shit like that, like that's why I say you have to be dope and different. These are just things that you have to
think out the box.
I ain't a rapper, but if I was a rapper, a conscious rapper, I'd do some shit like that. Every fucking Wednesday, I have my YouTube. Now my YouTube channel, I'll be crazy because they be talking about how the bitch caught AIDS, how the motherfucking kid gave her, fucking bitch gave her son syphilis when she was born with syphilis and some wild shit. You have all types of wild shit going on, and that shit start trending on TikTok and Facebook. Now, now you come out with the Fight the Power song. Now you on. You dope and different. That's your lane.
Take it off.
Yo, so back in the day, you would bring your shit to like remember the DJ pools?
Yeah.
Is this still around, or what's the equivalent to a DJ pool right now?
Shit that I made like core DJs, MP3 Wax, Heavy Hitters, Big Dog Pit Bulls, what's them niggas from down south, they killing the game, fucking Hood Rich. You gotta get with all the niggas that got something going on. Hood Rich probably got about 5 or 6, 10 DJs that's down with Hood Rich.
Big salutes to Heavy Hitters. They did a tournament. I think it was COVID was out. They did a little tournament online. DJ E won that all the way through. He's still waiting on his plaque. DJ E won that. Heavy Hitters has a lot of, for lack of a better term, heavy hitters, bro. They got some of the best DJs in the nation, bro.
Yeah, they do. Because it's yeah, they do.
Tackle record pools, young.
Core DJs is hitting too, though.
Core DJs,
They got a lot of DJs. They got a lot of old school shit, though. A lot of old school DJs. MP3 Wax, we in the building, though.
Let's go.
MP3 Wax, we got a lot of heavy hitters too. Not heavy hitters, but
Nah, y'all got heavy hitters, but
MP3 Wax got a lot of dope motherfuckers too right now too. But I mean,
want to shout out?
SNS. SNS MP3 Wax. He just got the thing with Mary. He's Mary's DJ. Mary J. Blige's DJ.
SNS is Mary DJ?
Official.
That's my baby.
Yo, we grew up going to Cross Flavor buying SNS's fucking Craig G's, all that shit, Clue, all that shit, man. That's crazy.
It's crazy because I was in SOBs the other day with Bugatti 203, the artist from
shout out to Wave Bugatti.
And the house DJ was MP3 Wax. And she see, I looked at my laptop and my book bag. She's like, "Oh, you MP3 Wax?" She's like, "Oh yeah, oh, shit, me too." We just started. It's
like a fraternity.
It's like a fraternity. So it's
so that shit's still going on. I love that, yo.
It's like a record pool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But DJ organizations has record pools. Everybody get their records the way they get their records. DJs get their records the way they get their records. But most DJ organization is a record pool in the organization. Like whoever runs the organization is gonna make sure everybody got
the same shit.
I get so much shit, I don't even open my shit. I get so much music from MP3 Wax. I get my music the way I've been getting my music.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to learn how to get exclusives, MP3 Wax could keep me on the back with especially shit going on all over the place because we got DJs all over. What might be popping in my market might not be popping in Cali market, but at least get an ear to it. I want to stay tuned.
What's the key to DJ longevity?
Longevity?
Yeah. Because you made it.
You have to keep. You can't. Yeah, you have to keep reinventing. You can't get stuck on yourself. A lot of DJs from our era, they get stuck in their old ways and they just don't want to try new things. You gotta be. I mean, the world is evolving. The world, stuff is going on in the world. Like, who are you to say, oh, nah, I like it this way. If it ain't that way, it ain't the right way. Who the fuck is you to say that?
A lot of DJs don't like this.
I bet your ass got an air conditioner.
You know what I'm
I grew up with fans, but I bet you got an air conditioner.
So you gotta play Little Baby. If you like, you got an air conditioner, you gotta play some Little Baby. You gotta. I mean, well, if that ain't your lane, if you're not playing that younger crowds, you don't have to get into the younger shit. Me, I fuck with the younger crowd, so I get with the younger shit. So, but if you an old school DJ and you just making your bread, doing your fucking weddings and your bingos and shit, your karaoke's and shit like that, that's what you do. That's what I'm saying. When I'm 50, if I want, just for recreation, I'll do little parties here and there because my recreation. I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna stop doing what I love to do, but I'm not gonna try to make a living off it no more. Yo, so before we get out of here, is any situations you want to plug, any events you got coming up, any people you want to shout out? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I shout out all the clubs, all the people. Shout out my partner Rick Jones, my partner in my promotion. I can shout out all the clubs, but my longest run lately been at Legacy Lounge Friday nights.
Legacy Lounge in Sonia.
So I've been at Legacy Lounge for probably 2 years on Friday. So I'm gonna shout Legacy Lounge out on Friday nights because that's been my longest run. Even though I fuck with all the other clubs here, keep hitting and going, but that's been my home for Friday night.
I know the owner, yes.
Fuck it up Fridays, man. Make sure you come up and fuck it up Fridays.
Legacy.
You want to get drunk, man, see girls shaking their ass and have a vibe, get your hookah and all that shit.
What's up?
232 Main Street, man, in Sonia, Connecticut.
Anybody want to shout out outside of the clubs, like personal DJs, anything like that?
Ghost Investment Group. If you have a family member, this is very important.
Yes.
I had to plug this. This is very important that happens in our community. Your family has a house. They on a splurge of losing the house. Nobody has no money. You're ashamed. The other man, the city get ready to take your motherfucking house. You probably owe $60,000, $70,000. You know you ain't got that money. You owe the bank that much money. They're gonna foreclose you in 60 days. Or you just have an old house that your father been living in that he don't need to be in there no more. You might need to move into some small shit where you ain't gotta roam around. You have one of these houses. If you're ashamed because you don't want people to talk about you, call us up, Ghost Investment Group. Google us. I don't know the number by heart because my wife used to handle all that business. But Google us, Ghost Investment Group. Get our number, call us up, and let's do some business because we can help you. It's like, but this is what happens a lot of times in our community. Everybody lives at, I said this on Facebook, everybody lives at their grandmother's house. Grandmother passes away. Nobody wants to help paying the bills for grandma's house. The taxes are getting owed for grandma's house. Now $10,000 is owed for grandma's house. Nobody has the $10,000. The city about to take that house that could sell for $100,000, $200,000, but you're ashamed to come to me. The city takes that house, they sell it, no disrespect to any race and nothing, I'm trying to be racist, but they sell it to the Jewish man over there that's not in our community for $80,000. He takes it, he puts $40,000 into it. Now he's overcharging our people to live in that property. When you can easily just talk to me or my wife at Ghost Investment Group, let's make a deal, we'll keep it confidential. You losing your motherfucking house, we can work a motherfucking deal, give us a week or two, we'll give you that check for whatever you owe for it, and we'll get the house, we'll do the business. That way you just won't lose everything. Because if you owe $20,000, $30,000 on that motherfucking house, you owe $50,000 on that house, and you can't get rid of that house, the city's gonna take that house, you're not gonna get nothing, and you're gonna owe some more money. If you come to me and my wife goes to the investment group, we'll give you that $50,000. You'll sign the house over to a quick deed, like you gave us the house. We'll take the motherfucking house. We'll put you up in an apartment somewhere. You got 50,000. If you can't find an apartment, we'll put you up in one of our apartments. You got 50,000 to play with till you think about your next move. Now you won't have 50,000 because the banker had that 50,000, but we'll throw an extra 5 or 10 on you before you get on your feet. Bank, you owe the bank 50,000. You're gonna lose your motherfucking house. We might give you 60. We get a bank. We'll get a bank of 50. We'll give you 10. That way you get yourself up in a motherfucking apartment. You get your little cheap car, and you figure out your motherfucking next move instead of just letting the motherfucking man come in there with the sheriff and say you got to fucking go now. But people be ashamed of these things, and they don't reach out to people, and it just seems like the people that have been in the game longer than me get the access faster than me because the city will sell them that house before that even. Sometimes cities sell them the motherfucking house before even go on foreclose. If you got a connection in the city. Now, if the city takes this motherfucking house and you know the alderman over there and the city clerk over there, the foreclosure might not go down. Because they might go, yeah, and you come with your right pitch. Yeah, I wanna do green space, I wanna have I wanna do school for the kids. You might come with a pitch. I wanna do an after school program for the kids here. If you sell me the house, I wanna do an after school program for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Kids out there in the streets, they don't got nowhere to go. I want to start that after school program. I know you got that house. Sell it to me before but you gotta have the connections too. There's ways you can get shit before it go on foreclose. That a lot of these big dogs be having the way before that shit even go on the market. But like I said, holla at us, Ghost Investment Group. I gotta put that plug in.
Yo, is it Ghostin? Could you spell it out?
Goldson. Goldson. Ghostin Investment Group LLC. Google us. Even if you know a family member, the house is worn down, you know they ain't keeping up with that shit, it might just be that time. I know it might just be that time, man. It might just be that time when an old lady got a 2-story house. She in there by herself. Put the old lady up there in the first floor apartment. She got some money. It might be the old lady. She might have bought the house for
probably like $4,700.
$30,000 in 1970. She might have bought the house for $30,000 in 1970 or 1980.
They get houses for cheap.
The house is worn down.
Nobody put no money in it.
Old lady only got 10 more years in her. If that Ghost Investment Group come down, you might be your daughter or son. You see the house wearing down, be real with yourself. You ain't gonna keep up with the house. You sell it to a motherfucker like us, you put mama in the first floor apartment, she got rent money, she got her fixed income, she gonna survive in that first floor house, first floor apartment, better than that 3-story house she owned that she can't maintain. But a nigga sit there, can't maintain, livable city come by, porch is fucking up. This house ain't habitable to live in.
Fucked up. Roof fucked up.
The roof is fucked up. You ain't got this roof fixed, the roof fucked up. You know, we have to condemn this house. You can't be living in this house. We're gonna condemn this house. You gotta go off this house. It ain't healthy. It's lead paint.
Asbestos, all type of shit.
It's people in situations like this all over that have family members, or they're the person that's in the splurge of the house is just falling apart, or you caught up with the bills and you're gonna lose your house. A lot of times it's hard for us to catch these kind of people, but when we catch these kind of people, it's a win-win for us, for everybody. The people don't lose all the way. We get something for the cheap, and we're trying to uplift in our community. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. Hiring niggas and everything. Hiring brothers.
Y'all should call this man and really get some game. Get the people some help.
Before we really sign
real shit.
I really want to
Google that.
say thank you for everything.
Thank you for having me, man.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you.
Amazing guest.
Yeah, like I said, man,
bro,
from my side.
Educated, bro. You educated me on a lot today, bro. I love being educated, especially on the paper rap scene.
Yeah. On my side, I'm dealing with legendary, yo, so I'm honored, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I appreciate you came by, you know what I mean, to spill the beans, let these rappers know, let these DJs know, you know what I mean, how this game started. Like, really, you came a long way, you know, you did 30 years in the game, and you're still full steam, like, you know what I mean? What it look like social media, like you're still full steam, like
I'm full steam. I'm retired because I'm gonna retire feeling good. Like ain't nobody retiring me, or I ain't retired because it was slow. I'm retiring on top.
Just like you like Barry Sanders.
If I may in the background, I want to plug one more positive thing that he's doing. If y'all not in tune annually, he's at the Bassett Park.
Oh yeah,
basketball tournaments every year.
In the Ville,
doing something real big.
Shit, I'm living in the Ville right now, so I'm gonna go check those out.
That basketball tournament is a yearly thing. He DJs. He's one of the biggest. Like you hear the Bassett tournament, you know he's associated.
Yeah, we started that. Me and my guy started that.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that I felt was important to plug. This is a positive thing for the community. They like to spin a negative on our community, and they put on something real good for our community every year. Every year.
There's a couple of people that I know that
actually self-funded for all these years. Self-funded, man. We all get together and make it work.
Pretty much. Now, Ben, once again, man, I really appreciate you for coming up here, bro. If there's any kind of social media tags, any kind of links that you want to plug real quick before we sign off.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at DJ Bink B. DJ BINKB. That's it, man.
Hey, yo, listen, man.
Legendary, you know what I'm saying?
If you a DJ, you a rapper.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, dog, if you're just in the music industry and you ain't learned nothing off of this, you're not fucking listening, B. Honestly.
Take the sugar daddy out your ears.
Honestly, man. Hey, yo, I just want to give a big shout out to everybody, bro. Bars on I-95. I want to give a shout out to King Rocky Visions, Mike Streeter, T. Sawyer, George Young at 45 years old today.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to the elder. Shout out to the elder, the pop.
Happy birthday, George.
Birthday.
Shout out my nigga T. Sawyer.
T. Sawyer, yes, sir.
T. Sawyer got fire beats, too.
He definitely does. He definitely does, bro. And a big shout outs to DJ Rome, DJ E1, DJ Quan, man. Home team DJs, man. Love them to death, man. Everybody that's been
Big E, what up?
Big E, everybody.
You know, hold on, not to mean to cut you off. You know what? I'm dead wrong for talking about that shit about Tom Sawyer. Probably couldn't do that because Tom Sawyer reminds me of me because he can do anything. He's hip hop. He can do anything. The nigga do beats, rap.
Yeah,
I'm sure the nigga probably get behind the camera too. The nigga do every fucking thing.
Don't get him started.
That's our 8 ball in the corner, bro. That's the one in the corner. He's our 8
ball.
He's the 8 ball in the corner. Look, you mean you're not on? They know the ball, but yo, listen, man. Hey, yo, this was an amazing episode, man. It's your boy E on I-95, man. Mr. Home Team. Bug in the motherfucking building straight from the yard. He just got here this morning, too. He's not telling me. He just got here this morning, man. He's like the greatest DJ CT history right now, bro. Like, I got a lot of
I agree with the legendary. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the general.
Definitely.
DJ Bink B. You already know. I got loud right there, but it's okay. So we're dealing with legendary here, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
YaooItzaPodcast. Any last thing you want to say to the people, man?
I said it all, man. Thank you. Thanks for having me, man.
He's a motherfucking legend, B.
I appreciate it.
He's a motherfucking legend, B.
YaooItzaPodcast. One more again.
Y'all media supports everything that is being said by the Savage section. You know how they be like, yo, we don't double that message. You know what I'm saying? When they be like, we don't sponsor that message. We sponsor all those messages, bro. Anything the Savage section says is right with me, bro.